KTFM Floresville, San Antonio's Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys got some good news ahead of the Thursday opener against the Philadelphia Eagles as cornerback Trayvon Diggs and tackle Tyler Guyton were listed as full participants in the practice. Remember, you can catch the Cowboy game right here on San Antonio Sports Star. The latest AP College Football Top 25 was released after a long weekend, and Ohio State is now number 1, taking over after a nice win over the Longhorns, who fell to the 7th spot. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! Happy Hump Day!
It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, AJ. Look who's here with me.
I'm hiding my contraband out of camera side.
Mr. Rob Thompson.
Pay no attention to anything on the screen.
What'd you even have over there?
I don't want anybody to see my car box.
Already?
Nobody's had the new breakfast box?
No.
You're not drinking breakfast box?
No.
Well, I got the 6-pack. It actually has real eggs.
I don't want to brag, but I had 8 Ziegenbachs last night.
8?
Yeah, now they were $2, the tiny ones.
Still.
But, got the job done.
Well, you're out in the sun. You're out in the sun.
The guy next to me was like, because I was bringing back a...
So give some context. You weren't just sitting in your front
No,
yard
I went
like Hank
to
Hill.
I went to $2 Tuesday, baby,
All right,
out at
went
Wolf
some-
Stadium.
Did we win?
No.
No.
And unfortunately, I didn't see the very end of the game. Went to extra
Passed
innings.
out?
Gone.
Oh.
No, because my son was like, I need to get home. I've got my first scrimmage tomorrow.
Awesome.
So we bailed out a little bit early, but yeah, I would come back with a little tray of the $2 beers.
What else? What food did you have?
Hot dogs.
Oh, did you have it? You didn't have a sausage wrap or anything else?
That was not on the $2
so it's just hot
list.
dogs?
Hot dogs or cheese pizza, and I don't eat cheese pizza because I'm a grown up.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Give me a break.
Cheese pizza's the Cheerios.
That's children's food. So I ate hot dogs, even though I don't particularly like hot dogs, but I'll eat a hot dog at a baseball
I
game.
can double gulp a good hot dog. That's a good. A stadium dog is
It's
legit.
a $2 hot dog.
Yeah.
You know, but there was an old fella next to me, and I hate to besmirch the minor league baseball fan base in San Antonio, but there were some dumb people around me, and there was some let's score some points.
Go sports.
And
Go sports.
my wife was like, points, bro. Like,
Well,
Foul.
you got to keep in mind.
there was some guy. If you're gonna swing, hit it.
Get on the bag.
Oh, so there was some of that. But
Dude, it's like that go sit at a basketball game.
oh, I'm sure.
I hate it when you're sitting next to a high school game and the parents are screaming the exact wrong thing.
Yes.
Like, for the love of God, shut up.
Yeah.
He might
Don't-
actually listen to you.
Don't listen to the person
Never.
in the stands. They
So
don't
anyway,
know.
but it's a great experience, man. There's nothing like
It
a
was good,
sundown on a baseball field in early September. But normally, certainly if you're chasing something.
Yeah. Well, the guy, the old fella next to me, he had his grandkids with him, and he was like, "You don't want to save time with the big one, huh? Save the hassle." And he had a big Ziegenbach, and I was like, "No." And then, ironically, about 20 minutes later, he's about 3/4 of the way through his beer. He's like, "Beer got warm." I said, "Yeah,
That's what happened.
should have gotten those $2 shooters, Bubba." That's
Yeah. Well,
that's the way to do it.
yeah. Well, you have to keep in mind the logistics of the big beer and little kids. I get it.
Well, yeah, his wife was there with him.
I thought he was alone with his kids.
No,
Oh no.
he just fumbled. You know, it's the $2 beer, man.
So
You go for it.
did Balapino win?
No, both mascots pulled a hammy.
Gosh, those poor
and they were
mascots.
racing each other. Both of them pulled a hammy at the same time. No, not at the same time. Actually, the Puffy Taco pulled a hammy, and when it looked like Balapino was going to pass him by, he also pulled a hammy and fell on top of the
have to
taco.
get a better training staff. They're not.
is
I haven't seen one
pathetic.
complete a race yet.
Well, what's crazy is on top of that, the star prospect apparently has also been injured all season long. So nobody's doing their job.
Been a tough year for the Pods organization.
Yes, yeah. So
Well,
get it
they
together,
are
missions.
winding down. I think they only have maybe one more homestand. So if you haven't had a chance to experience, why not go out and have an evening?
And it was nice that during the national anthem, we got an accidental flyover. I guess the luxury of having your stadium right next to an Air Force
right
base.
next to a runway.
So
Yes.
we finished the national anthem, and my kid looks at me like, "Did they just have a jet?"
Yes, we
and
did.
I was like, "Well, technically, there's an Air Force base across the highway here, but
We used to grow up on that side of town, and you'd be on the phone, and you'd be talking to your bud or whatever, and you could hear the plane fly over their house, and then it would fly over yours.
Yeah.
You could hear it on the other side of the phone.
But it was cool, man. It was a good time.
It is a good time. It's one of those. It's minor league baseball and everything that you expect, and everything else too.
I'm a fan of minor league baseball. My wife loves minor league baseball, so we're there, and she's like, "Could we ever get season? Like, do they do season tickets for this?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said we could do that if we had a helicopter.
Basically, if we live like Kobe.
Yeah, it's a good haul from where I live to that park. But I was, it was a fun time. I mean, it's not that I would say that stadium doesn't have the modern
The modern
accoutrements that you'd be used to, but
What, has porta potties or what?
not quite not quite that.
We're 3 years away from finally getting this big development, this $1 billion development that's going on with Weston Urban on that side of town.
Okay.
So we're actually we're just a couple of years away from, this is why Project Marvel plays into other things. And as this project is going on one side of downtown, as they put in this nice stadium that's going to accompany, bring the things that downtown stadiums bring, concert venue and things like
Sure.
that. And on the other side, we're building this massive development. Our downtown will finally be on par with every great city downtown in the next 5 to 10 years if we do this right. And this thing is coming. So when we talk about getting season tickets, you're going to love to have season tickets down there because who wouldn't want to be down by the river downtown and with all that has to offer and to go see some fun baseball that still feels like a game that'll be played out there on Highway 90 on a sundown Saturday night.
Yeah. When my wife was she was trying to figure out where the new stadium would be, and I was telling her it's going to be downtown. She's like, "Why didn't they build it up by that?" She's talking about the Rock, where the Spurs new thing is, and she was like, "That way it's still kind of suburban because so parking and stuff like that would be easier, but it's also."
The thing
in a more well-to-do area.
Well, there has been a lot of talk over the years, and I'd heard rumors, and I've never been confirmed that there were opportunities to build out in that location, probably closer to UTSA, and it would be combined for both teams.
Yeah.
That was something that floated for a while, and USAA, I heard a rumor might have been behind it. I have no confirmation of this, but that was in the wind. But there's always been the sense that in San Antonio, the Missions are the accessible team. They're the people's team. They're the place where you can always get a ticket. Growing up, and they were on the campus at St. Mary's, you even when Fernando was there, you could always get a ticket, and they're never too expensive. And the idea of taking that and making them kind of like the Round Rock
Express,
where it's kind of hoity-toity, it was never going to happen. And I think those that long-term San Antonians were going to keep it as close to 90 or south as possible to keep it available. And that's why it's taken so long for it to land in a place like this, because they had opportunities. Sure, they could have built a stadium, and the Missions would have loved it. And we probably would have a AAA team here. But, the South Side and those that have been part and parcel to what they were would have lost that. It wouldn't have been what it was. So the good news is a group like Weston Urban found the money, and Manu and the Spur group, that's, David and those guys bought in, and they see, because they're long-term San Antonians, the benefit of this. So we're going to see that. And that's already taken care of, by the way. That should open in 28. So we've got it coming.
Is that taxpayer funded or?
This one is primarily Private, Western Urban.
Yeah,
they're
that's
a
what I
big money
figured.
crew here in San Antonio.
Because there wasn't much discussion about this one.
There
It
were
was just
some
kind of
donated
like,
lands. The San Antonio Independent School District gave some land up. There was some housing that was donated. There was some governmental part, but for the most part, this is a private.
have they broken ground on it yet?
You know what? I haven't driven through there. I assume. I mean, if we're talking 3 years, we're getting close. You know, this isn't going to be. We're not talking a Major League Baseball stadium,
Right.
but it's certainly something of size.
Yeah, and I know it's where Fox Tech High School
Right there.
was. What's going to be the parking situation there? Or is there going to be like a garage that's going to have to be built to go along with it?
Parking.
No, you're not worried about that?
I assume it's going to be awful.
Yeah.
Just my assumption is you better take your parking ride and learn how to ride those scooters because it's going to suck.
Oh.
But, it's close enough to literally you could probably take a riverboat from anywhere in the city and just get off the boat and walk over to it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is that close to downtown, so you could take advantage. And that's also going to be an entertainment. Well, you got to keep in mind.
How'd you get there? Oh, by riverboat.
See, that's the idea because as this part is being built, and we improved another part of the river, and if people haven't been down to the Apache Creek area, it's kind of like the Riverwalk, but there's no boats. But it's a brand new improved area on the other side of downtown, and along that venue, we're talking about like the big name venues that are in Houston, like
Like House of Blues.
House of Blues, those kind of things are coming in along that part, and also that new stadium. So we're building. The entire downtown is going to be this massive entertainment district that goes from one side of the river to the other. When we get all the way to Project Marvel and everything that's coming along with that, the other end anchor is basically the baseball stadium in this Western urban development. This will all be going on essentially at the same time. So when we're finally done with ourselves, we should have one of the more remarkable downtowns in all of North America. That's really the plan.
All right. Well, there will be some missed charm to the old dirt track out there on Highway 90.
I don't think a lot of people will miss it. It will have lived a good and long life.
When you told me that stadium was built and I looked it up, it was built in 1994.
Yeah.
That shocks me. That stadium.
And it's been improved, brother.
That's
the good version.
That stadium's barely 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like, had you put a gun to my head and say, "Tell me when this thing was built," I would have said 1981. Like I would like it's got it.
Mm-hmm.
It feels a lot older than it is. Like it is
Well, you can thank a former beer distributor here in San Antonio, the Dennis O'Malley Group. They had the Miller Lite distributor.
O'Malley, you say?
The O'Malleys.
O'Malley, you say?
Long ago.
I remember that name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, slinging beer.
Yep, there's a lot of money in that stuff. I'm told.
Slanging beer. Was he slinging Modelo?
I think I don't know who else he had at that back then. I didn't really pay much attention to
Okay.
the labels.
Well, now back in the day, San Antonio was a Bud Light town.
Well, my part of town, we were Miller Lite. My part of town, we came up drinking. Well, first of all, we drank Michelob, and then
Michelob.
Michelob. Where were we? Where were we?
Or was it Coors Banquet?
Hey, we were someplace. We were in
I
California.
think we're at Oxnard. Yeah.
Somebody handed us. Would you like a Michelob?
Yeah, Michelob.
Michelob.
That's awful.
Where are you from?
Yeah. All right.
You Canadian?
But yeah, we grew up drinking. It was Michelob,
Yeah.
and then Miller Lite after that. I remember leaving San Antonio and landing in Lubbock, and they were all drinking Coors Light.
Oh.
I felt so sorry for those people. So this is what y'all drink, huh?
Oh, shut up, Vic. You don't drink any beer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, when you drink a beer so light that even I'm like, dude, this is carbonated water with a yellow crayon.
Well, that's
in it.
Michelob.
Yeah, that's what I started with. And then I went and drank Coors Light, and I was like, is this even beer?
Yeah. I don't know how. I mean, Minix will only drink like.
Miller Lite in a bottle.
That's it. He drinks like the lightest stuff you can drink. And then was it? Who was it? Was it you or him that No, it was at the airport in L.A. where they said Michelob because the guy came up and said Michelob and he handed it to you and you didn't want to drink it or
Michelob.
And you were like, you gave it to me to drink. I was like, I don't want this. I don't like this at all.
Just hold your breath and drink it.
It really tastes like water with like
Like somebody squeezed a
like you had a beer flavored Mio that you took you took a little
There's
squirt
no
of
flavor.
Mio. It's like there's nothing to it. And there's no way you can get drunk on it. Yeah, it's like Billy Bob and Landman says. It's not alcohol. It's
alcohol. It's light beer.
More alcohol
It's
and orange
true.
juice.
There's nothing to that. All right, let's we got plenty to talk about today. We've got some UTSA tickets to give away today as well. UTSA and Texas State, a big rivalry matchup over there in the Dome. We'll also have head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Brian Schottenheimer, join us on the program today. A lot to get into. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Looks like they're in the process of getting roadwork picked up on the northeast side. 35 northbound between Topper Wine and Loop 1604. That's slow from O'Connor. I-10 on the lower level westbound between Colorado and 35. Roadwork blocking the two right lanes. And I-10 heading westbound between FM 465 and Santa Clara. All the main lanes are blocked due to road construction. I'm Michael Scott, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
It's your boy Mario Lopez here with some inside scoop. Staples has school supplies as low as 25 cents. Your back-to-school budget, saved by the button, the easy button. What'd you think I was going to say? Love me some Staples. That was easy.
Football is back, baby, and Underdog is the best place to make your picks and win money all season long. You can play it in Texas, too. Guys, it is fun, it is exciting, and it's a great way to get in on the action. Playing is so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more, and you get it right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Is Dak going to go higher or lower on passing yards? Will CD score a touchdown or not? All that makes the game a lot more fun. Get in on the action at Underdog Fantasy. Download the app now. Sign up with promo code ALAMO to score $50 in bonus funds when you play the first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
Wow, it's so good to finally be back home.
Is it me, or is it musty?
Oh, damp. Check the bathroom.
Damp!
The basement?
Damp! Wait,
Yeah?
I'm ordering damp bread!
So we don't have to move?
Eliminate damp, musty smells by trapping excess moisture. Get rid of the damp with Damp Rid.
When your business needs an electrician, for over 35 years, the family-owned Hill Electric has served San Antonio. Powered by relationships with dedicated estimators who analyze the issue, research cost-effective solutions, and clearly communicate the options without charging you a dime. A proven process that allows you to continue focusing on your unique purpose. Call Hill Electric at 210-404-9074. That's 404-9074. Or hill-electric.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Lowe's knows that free makes everything better. That's why our rewards members get free standard shipping on the things they need and want, starting at Silver Key status every day. Savings for rewards members add up fast, so why wait? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Have pain? Have chronic pain, low back pain, knee pain, neck pain, or shoulder pain? I can help. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we get to the root of your pain. We don't just give pain medications, we do the proper investigation to see what is the root cause, and it's covered by your insurance. Reduce your medication, avoid surgery, and get rid of pain for good. Call for your free evaluation. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, where we get to the root cause of your problem. 210-468-1891.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime! Oh, we're rocking this morning, baby. Hump day! That's right.
Come on, man.
Rob and AJ on a hump day. Got some UTSA tickets a little later in the program. And, of course, we're going to qualify 2 more people. We're going to get the The Stat is Right.
Oh.
The Stat is Right. Yeah, we got
Come
2 more of you guys today going to have a chance to win Cowboys ticket.
And the head coach of the
Vaqueros de Dallas.
I was going to say your.
But not mine. They're
No,
yours.
that's why I didn't. That sounded almost pejorative. But
they're yours.
The my our
push that on me.
Some
push that on me, Bubba.
Shoddy will be here 8:30ish.
Yes.
Right there. So the first of all season long. And behind the scenes, this is breaking precedent for the previous. What am I now?
Regime.
Yeah. Well, not just this one. I'm now on my 4th Cowboy coach since Wade.
Gosh.
That I've been interviewing regularly. I don't. Well,
Dave Campo.
Way back when I was on that side of the street, and we did have the Cowboys, and I was talking to him. But since I've been on this side of the street, I've been talking to coaches since Wade. I think it has always. If the games were on Thursday, we never got the head coach.
Oh,
ever.
Look at us!
And Coach Shoddy is the first to break the tradition.
Yeah, when I broke into radio and started. I worked in Austin. We carried the Cowboys.
Right.
It was Bill Parcells.
Oh, dude. So Bill was he was over here by the time I never never interviewed him as the Cowboys coach.
Okay. Yeah. We did. I had to get advised, hey, man, like the
I can't imagine.
The joking around crap that you do, that ain't going to fly with him.
That's like interviewing Pop.
Yeah. Like how about, you know what, let me handle this one. And I was like, oh, okay.
Dealing with Pop and Parcells is like ordering soup from the soup Nazi.
Yeah, they're not there to have fun.
No soup for you, hang up. Like, oh, man.
Yeah, they weren't there to have fun. Yeah. They weren't there to josh around at all. There was none of that. But, you know, we'll see. I guess we don't know about Schottenheimer. I don't know if he's going to josh around. I don't know.
We did see the lighter side of coaching during training camp. I've never seen a coach more open to talk about stuff on the B-roll side of things.
He does. He certainly seems like he's he ran a I don't want to say a loose ship,
collegiate.
It had that vibe to it.
Mm-hmm. It did. So I'm really interested to talk to him because when we were there, of all the access and all the things we didn't get a chance to talk to Shotty because he wasn't doing interviews that week.
Yeah,
and that was just, and keep in mind that was just the beginning of the Micah saga. I mean, it hadn't even heated up yet.
And to me, that's the most interesting thing is like, and it's wild to think this, but like, it's not like this offseason was wildly different than the last one. But
no,
this is what it is. This is life as a head NFL coach. But boy, it feels like there was a lot of drama for year one. But we'll talk. We'll talk to him
8:30.
Around 8:30, 8:40ish. We don't have precise.
We're gonna figure this out.
But we're gonna talk to him and we'll get the skinny. It is, by the way, NFL Eve.
So, I think I don't know at what point it was last night as I was watching SportsCenter when it dawned on me, holy crap! You realize the Cowboys are on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs as they're going to get their ring and have the banner.
Yes,
they are going into the freaking Lions Den.
So when we talk to Coach Shotty today, he's in Philly. I don't even consider that.
I have to assume if he's not in Philly, he's getting ready to get on the plane.
Man,
I imagine they're getting on the plane. They're going to fly in today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
And was this the first time since like 1970 that we've opened up in Philadelphia as they're getting their rings? My gosh, it's going to be not amazing. It's going to be electric. I mean, no matter what side of the fence you're on, that stadium is going to be on fire.
Well, we'll have some sound from a couple Cowboys. Apparently, there's some interest for the Cowboys in watching the ring ceremony and watching the banner get raised. They want to see what it looks like.
Oh, Philly fans going to really love seeing them do that.
Yeah. It's always like that was like Stephon Diggs, who stuck around after the AFC Championship to watch the Chiefs trophy presentation, like he was going to be a big deal next year, and then he threw a fit and got kicked out of town. It's like, beat it, bro. And now you're never going to see an AFC Championship.
Why would you want to stand there? Thank you, sir. May I have another? hey, somebody come over here and kick me in the nuts again.
Yeah.
I'll watch you get the trophy.
Pretty much it. All right. There's, again, because it is NFL Eve, we got plenty of football to talk, but I want to get into some baseball on the other side. What happened with the Astros last night?
We talked about how important this week was going to be.
Not a great start for the Astros, and not the kind of issues that I would say bode well for a deep playoff run when you've got a bunch of guys acting like little biatches amongst each other. That's not ideal. We'll talk about that next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Looks like they're in the process of getting roadwork picked up on the northeast side. 35 northbound between Topper Wine and Loop 1604. That's slow from O'Connor. I-10 on the lower level westbound between Colorado and 35. Roadwork blocking the two right lanes. And I-10 heading westbound between FM 465 and Santa Clara. All the main lanes are blocked due to road construction. I'm Michael Scott, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The $50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is celebrating 10 years with $10 off your $50 store purchase. Starting Friday, visit the Backstage floor inside your Macy's and get $10 off amazing new finds. Exclusions apply. See store for details. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
Now is the best time to buy a Connecticut water softener. With current models being closed out to make way for the new ones, you can save big. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you. That's 656-PURE.
Smoky Mo's Texas Barbecue is the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, with smoked in-house meats, home-style sides, and specials like pork belly burnt ends, and our famous fully loaded chopped baker. The Texas barbecue you love is at Smoky Mo's. Order a Smoky Mo's tailgate pack or create your own. Choose your meats like brisket, turkey, or sausage, and sides kicked up a notch like roasted green corn and bacon cheddar potatoes. Smoky Mo's, with 8 convenient locations. Orders for pickup or delivery at SmokyMo'sBarbecue.com.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Let me ask you a question. Is your roof ready for anything? Well, Stevens Roofing, a locally owned company, has been serving our community for decades. Whether it's a commercial project or residential, or repairing your old roof, or maybe installing a new one, they've got you covered. And now Stevens offers solar. Stevens Solar Solutions can save you money and energy. Stevens Roofing, quality craftsmanship, solar solutions, and local expertise under one roof. Call 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late night bites.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you gonna do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat. Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long, and you can play here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. You just pick whether you think your players are going to go higher or lower on particular stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, rushing yards. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Again, promo code STAR on Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy fantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are one day closer to the NFL season beginning. Certainly going to talk a lot Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles.
And we're going to dissect the Arch Manning flop. Bob Ballou will give us the positives. Danny Cannell will be real.
Can't wait for that. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Morning Huddle 94.1. The Houston Astros last night fell to the New York Yankees. But it's not really the loss that was...
Well, it's the loss.
I mean, the loss sucks, but this was... The story was Framber being a giant baby. If you remember... This happened last year, and Espada had to kind of, it was with Yainer Diaz, though. Espada had to kind of go behind closed doors and chew his ass for not throwing the pitches that are getting called.
Oh, well, you got to give some backstory. Espada last night, if you didn't see it.
Well, so Framber, Salazar is this kid catching for the Stros right now. The Astros are down 2-0 to the Yankees. Bases are loaded. And Framber doesn't want to throw the pitch that Salazar calls. Shakes him off. Salazar calls for the same pitch again. Framber throws the pitch he wanted to throw anyway. It goes over the wall. And now the Astros are down 6-0. So basically what happens then, and the game, I mean, that put the game out of reach. 6-0, you're not coming back from it. The Astros, they haven't scored. I don't remember the last time they scored 6 runs. Salazar was calling for Salazar called curve. He wanted to throw a sinker. He threw a sinker, and it got hit a long way. Now, the next batter, Salazar calls for it looked like he was calling for a slider, and instead he got a heater down the middle. And so when he moved over to
the ball wasn't
to
there.
Catch the pitch, the ball wasn't there. Instead, it was in his gut. And Framber just immediately turns around, and Salazar gets up and walks, takes his helmet off, and his mask off, and is like, "What the hell?" It was clearly intentional. He's denying it was intentional. It was intentional. There's no doubt it was intentional. The issue I have with this is this feels like a dude who's checking out mentally because he knows that he's not going to be an Astro.
Dude, whether he is or not, a team of any substance takes care of this.
Yes.
I don't know what that involves. I know as a fan I shouldn't hear about it other than, wait, he's not playing.
Yeah.
But this cannot go unchecked. If you're lesser than Framber, it's a tradable, cuttable offense.
Agreed.
That is the one thing on the baseball diamond, and I'm no expert, that I know you can't do that. If the pitcher and the catcher aren't getting along, especially if catch has no command and has no leeway, I can't imagine a baseball team functioning. And that's not just on the field. I'm talking about in the locker room, all that kind of stuff.
They need to the leadership of this team, and I don't know who that is anymore. I mean, Altuve's not the outspoken guy. I think Carlos Correa is and has, when he was here the first time, when he was in Houston the first time, and then this time, I think that he's been kind of that guy. I imagine he's still that guy. I know Jeremy Pena is kind of a vocal dude. Those guys need to get on his ass because
I don't know what the payment is, but there's got to be a recompense for this.
Because even if you're going to be gone next year, for the Astros to have any chance in the playoffs, they need Framber to be Framber. They can't have this petulant act out there. That's just not going to work. And I can't imagine being the Dodgers or the Padres or the Mets or the Yankees or whoever's looking to sign this guy to the mega deal that he's probably going to get next year, and going, oh, I can't wait to pay this guy because it seems like once or twice a year he has these hissy fits on the mound. Like, it's crazy behavior, and this is like the teammates, the coaches need to nip this in the bud.
It's
immediately.
One of those. What's a blanket party? It's one of those things that better left checked by the players. I really believe that I wouldn't want the Skip to have to get involved, general manager get involved. I don't think that's the best way to fix that kind of problem. Somebody got to go. For lack of a better term, somebody on that team's going to have to piss in the corner and own this thing.
But stop it. Once it's not the first time. I don't know. It seems like maybe we're past that part of it.
That's a cancer, man.
It really is.
It's one of those things. If you ever have to walk on eggshells when things are going bad, that's the last time I need to be worried about my pitcher. The last time I need to be worried about him waving off a signal. Now, and there might be a history there. I don't know how they've gotten along. Maybe it's just him and him. I don't know, but that's one of those 7 deadly sins of killing a team.
Yeah, I mean, you got a guy who's a fairly young catcher. Like, he doesn't need this. He doesn't need to be crossed up by his own guy. I mean, that is why would, if you're a catcher, why would you want to catch this guy?
That's it. All of that. There's the ripple effect of that one action. It just one of those. Every time he's on the hill, every time you're worried if things go bad, what's going to happen now? Can he catch for him? Do I have to have B catcher for him because A won't catch him because he doesn't trust him? I mean, that kind of stuff just kind of ripples through a team.
Now here's Fromber, who says he shook off Salazar on the 1-0 pitch with the bases loaded. Trent Grisham ends up hitting a home run, which, by the way, Trent Grisham hit that home run with a mustard stain on his jersey. Like, it looks like he ate a hot dog and had mustard on his jersey, and he still hit a grand slam. And then he hit Salazar in the chest with a 93-mile-an-hour pitch. And Framber said, what happened with us, we just got crossed up.
Mm-hmm.
I called for that pitch, I threw it, and we got crossed up. We went down to the dugout, and I excused myself with him, and I said sorry to him, and I take full responsibility for that. But he said, no, it was not intentional. And he says, we were able to talk through it. We spoke after the game at his locker, and everything's good between us. It's just stuff that happens in baseball. But, yeah, we talked through it, and we're good.
I want to hear from the other side. Is he good?
And then Salazar said, the stadium was loud. I thought I pressed the button, but I pressed the wrong button. I was expecting another pitch, but it wasn't it. Salazar said Valdez didn't hit him on purpose. No, me and Framber, we actually have a really good relationship. Okay, that's nice to say. And that's part of the battle here is to, that's the only way it can be nipped in. And kudos to this kid. I said kid, he's like 28, 29. Kudos to this young player for, taking the high road here because, again, everybody knows Framber's not going to be an Astro next year.
Well, we don't know for sure.
Yeah, we do. The Astros don't give out the deals that he's going to demand. There's a reason why George Springer went away, Carlos Correa went away, Alex Bregman went away, Kyle Tucker went away.
But you're not talking about guys pitching, though.
No, but I mean the Astros don't like to offer these big.
You're right,
mega
but
deals.
I'm not going to ever say never.
Well, if you want a reason to think never, he keeps giving you them. We talk about Micah leadership and, do you want to pay a guy who behaves a certain way?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you let Kyle Tucker leave. You let George Springer, when he was like prime George Springer, leader of the team, you let him leave, but you're going to keep this guy around? That's a bad look. I'm almost certain the Astros aren't going to keep this guy around.
Right now, 3-game lead.
Yep.
This is a pivotal time. I mean, you got the Yankees, or if they're not the hottest team in baseball, they're close.
Yeah.
This matters. This matters this weekend.
Yeah.
Or this week.
No doubt. And the Stros, they've been lucky, I would say, in the last, it almost feels like a month that.
No, we've been talking about their luck for more than that. We kept waiting for it. And to their credit, this might be more than luck.
Well, what I'm saying is they've been lucky that when they've had lulls, the Mariners have matched their lulls.
Right. And we've been talking about, is this the end? Have the injuries caught up? And they never have. And I do think you're right that Seattle had the lull to kind of come back to them. But at some point, we have to start recognizing that if they can keep themselves together internally, this is a team that might be past the luck stage, and you start thinking, well, these guys are actually not bad. They win appropriately. Now, they don't win pretty, but they win appropriately.
Well, they have, after this series with the Yankees, they have a 9-game roadie, Texas, Toronto, and Atlanta. And then they have Texas and Seattle at home after that, and then they've got 6 more on the road. So they're after this series, they've got 6 home games left to make some hay. I'm actually going to go up and see the Stros in Arlington this weekend. Looks like I drew the good pitching matchup, Hunter Brown and Jacob deGrom on Saturday. So, but yeah, Stros need to get it together, and stuff like that's got to stop if you're going to have any chance. All right, we'll wrap up hour number 1 of the program on a hump day. 94.1. Stop it, San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry, this isn't a conquered the course. We'll keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
Guys, this season it's game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. Female patients also eligible. For more information or to book your appointment, go to trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. At UMGC, you'll find everything you need. More than 135 degree and certificate programs, online and hybrid courses, dedicated success coaches, and more from a top military and veteran trusted university for over 75 years. Classes start soon. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
eBay has reinvented vehicle buying. From click to curb, everything's covered. Ever try to buy a car online and end up in a parking lot with a stranger and some blind trust? That era is over. Now with Secure Purchase, eBay isn't just where you find your car. It's where you buy it, start to finish. Title, financing, registration, delivery, it's all built in. This is the modern way to buy your next ride on eBay. eBay. Things people love. Secure Purchase is powered by Caramel Dealer Services, LLC, an eBay subsidiary.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Wake up, Vic. Grab your brush and put a little makeup.
Slick up. We got company coming.
Grab your brush and put a little makeup. Oh, there you go, Vic. Why'd you put the kid up on the table? You wanted to. You wanted to.
This makes me want to take a life.
I don't think you trust in my self-righteous suicide. I cry when angels deserve to die.
Wake.
Oh. God, that's awful.
Oh, come on.
No, I mean, everything has its place, I guess.
Serge Tankian and Bono, the co-writers of this song.
This is Bono's dark period.
That's right.
Yeah.
He was on the outs with the missus.
That's right. He calls it his Poe era.
I'm in Dutch with the missus. I got a new song.
Oh, boy.
Something about makeup.
That's right. Hey, in the next hour, you know, Rob was telling me, of course, this is in the radio bylaws. We're required by the FCC to do an NFL preview where we'll go division by division. We'll talk about who we like to be the playoff teams, who we don't like, and give our overriding thoughts on the season to come. And then, of course, we'll be able to look back at the end of the season and see how foolish we look.
Yes.
Like last year when Rob picked the New Orleans Saints to beat the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Not the best pick.
No, I'm sorry, it wasn't the Patriots. It was Saints over Jets. He was a big Rodgers believer. I forgot about that.
Well, I was huge in on Breece Hall.
Yeah. Well, They were a quarterback away from a title. Everybody
I've been
knows
told.
that. Everybody knows
This
that.
guy Greenberg kept telling me. I bought in. I don't know.
He was calling for a Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers AFC championship last year. Rob was.
I was just a little outside.
Didn't quite work out.
Just a little outside.
Didn't quite work out. Rob doesn't know yet what I know, that no matter what happens, the Chiefs win the AFC championship. And it's stupid, but that's just the way the business works.
I watched enough Hard Knocks.
Oh, you're believing?
I'm all in.
Oh, God.
As I was with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears.
It's the New York Giants even. Oh,
the Cowboys.
The Jets.
Every year.
Yeah, it does always seem to work out perfectly, doesn't it? Yeah, I can't wait. We finished up Hard Knocks last night. It ended up being such a boring season. I'm so disappointed. I had high hopes. My one great excitement is that Jimmy Charlo's on the practice squad.
And more importantly, his dad.
Yeah, I like him too. So it's again, when it's your favorite team, you want it to be fun. It was okay.
We got to see Josh Allen hang out with the nerds on the team.
Yeah.
The social media squad.
They could have just done like embedded with Josh Allen and forget about the whole rest of the team. They would have been just fine. You notice James Cook, after he got his contract, never in an episode again.
No, that was it.
No, he's not much fun.
I'm here just so I don't get fined.
All right, the mandatory NFL landscape look coming up next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
10-yard line. Touchdown Vegas. What a wild finish.
Your home for the NFL.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
It's time to make history and break the all-time UTSA football home attendance record of 56,743 fans. UTSA plays host to Texas State this Saturday in the home opener. Kickoff 2:30 p.m. It's an orange out and the battle for I-35. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. UTSA against Texas State. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins. NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first, then buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
Made in America. Highest quality. That's Connecticut Quality Water Softeners. There's a reason Dave Ramsey says a Connecticut is a wise investment for your home.
Trust me, Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison. Connecticut uses less water and runs on kinetic energy.
So there's no computer to break, fewer moving parts, and it works only when you need it.
It was even voted most efficient water softener in the world by the Water Quality Association.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Don't wait. Offer ends soon. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
ConnecticutSA.com.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Kick off the season with the Blitz this Thursday at Pete's Place on Bandera Road with our friends from Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
The Blitz will be live 2 to 6, and Flight will be on special, and the Flight crew will have plenty of prizes.
So come hang out with the Blitz this Thursday and pregame for the regular season opener at Pete's Place on Bandera Road with Flight by Yingling and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Reports of an accident now on the far north side, 1604 westbound near Redland. 6-minute backup so far from Green Mountain Road. I-35 on the upper level northbound Laredo over to Alamo. That's where you've got the ongoing bridge joint repair work going on in the right lane. That's already causing a 15-minute delay from Highway 90, eastbound Highway 90 between 211 and Loop 410. We're seeing some sluggish traffic. I'm Michael Scott, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys got some good news ahead of the Thursday opener against the Philadelphia Eagles as cornerback Trayvon Diggs and tackle Tyler Guyton were listed as full participants in the practice. Remember, you can catch the Cowboy game right here on San Antonio Sports Star. The latest AP College Football Top 25 was released after a long weekend, and Ohio State is now number 1, taking over after a nice win over the Longhorns, who fell to the 7th spot. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. DVS says AJ couldn't keep up with System of a Down. You'd be surprised. I think I've done it before on this show, in fact. I've done multiple verses. I just like to have conversations while I sing. That's the only way to do it. Good morning to everybody out there listening on the Brigade Bar as well. I made a mistake today. Got to work, and sometimes I'll be halfway there, and I'll go, oh, man, I forgot something, and I'll go back and get it. This time I made it all the way to the office, and I reached over to grab my bag with my laptop.
Do you have a routine? In the morning. Do you not in the morning, on the night before?
Generally, yeah. And it's my backpack is certainly sitting right next to the table where my keys and wallet were. Unfortunately, I'm just a bozo.
No. The way we have. Well, the thing about us is we have to exit our houses like cat burglars.
Yes.
So if you don't have it, well, you don't.
Yeah.
But I've got dogs and people sleeping, and it doesn't take much to get everything riled up. So I move around like I'm stealing something. And if I can't find something, it just throws off my entire morning, and I'll forget. I'll just head out the door if it's not in the proper place.
You don't turn on your phone flashlight and look for
Dude,
stuff?
no, I turn on a lamp once I get to a proper area. But if I make one wrong move or noise, I've got dogs barking.
Oh, yeah. My dogs have figured out that when I wake up, that don't mean everybody's waking up.
No, they're pretty good about that unless I do something stupid, like I drop something or there's a noise that they're not accustomed to. But if I'm moving around like normal, they don't bark. But there is a limit to which they'll stay quiet.
But, your dogs, do your dogs get in the bed with you?
Yeah, well, one does.
The little one?
Well, one gets in with my son and one with us, so they're both in a bed. But
okay. When your son's gone, where's that dog sleep?
In the pen. I have a tendency maybe to get up in the middle of the night and go get him because I feel bad that he's
Dude.
So we'll hang out on a couch or something. But for the most part, if Clay's gone, he's in the pen.
Yeah, my dogs aren't allowed to be on furniture, much less the bed.
Yeah.
No,
my dog knew.
No.
Only when it rains, they run on the bed and I throw them off.
Sadly,
hell
no. Once the kids left, they got free reign.
And now you got to nip that in the bud.
No, we lost this generation. We lost.
You did. All right, we've got to do our annual preview of the college football season. You know what we're going to do though? First, let's do this before. Let's register someone.
Yeah.
For. Oh, that's right, baby. It's the Stat is Right.
Come on down. And what we do here
Come on down.
is offer you the opportunity to go see a Dallas Cowboys home game. We're giving away your chance right now to get on the drawing on Friday.
That's right.
By your guess to go see the New York Giants come to Dallas on the 14th.
So we've already gotten 2 people registered, and here's the way the game works, everybody. Every week we will have not every week, the week before a Cowboys home game, we will have because we couldn't get you guys tickets to go on the road.
You wouldn't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah, you didn't want to go to Philly anyway. Ew. But what we're going to do is we're going to throw out a stat, and I'm going to say how many this is going to happen in the game this week. And whoever gets the closest during this week's game is going to win game or tickets to next week's game. So in the game against the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday, we asked yesterday, and I will, of course, it's going to be the same question today. How many yards will the Philadelphia Eagles rush for as a team? Team rushing yards for the Eagles. Let's take caller number 3 and 4 again, Vic. 3 and 4.
How many total yards will the Eagles rush for? And you can go over and still win.
You can go over, you can go under. The only thing is if there's an exact tie, the same amount of yards separating you and someone else, we'll do a random spin-off.
Yep.
We'll spin the big wheel like they do on The Price is Right. Spin the big wheel. Come on.
No.
$1.
I did the math. I figure 149 to 150.
Okay.
That's my guess.
I'm going a little higher than that. I'm feeling a little bit higher. But, I mean, you may feel like the Cowboys have prioritized stopping the run.
Got a big old defensive fire plug coming to town.
Jerry
so I've been
said
told.
our new thing is stopping the run. So maybe it's going to be 80 yards. You never know.
You know what?
Could very well be.
Very well be. But you can judge by yourself. We'll find out on Friday who's been the closest.
And who's going to go to that game? It could be you. Now, tomorrow we'll have one more chance to win. Only one tomorrow. Because then the game's on Thursday, and that'll be 5 for the week. Normally, we'll do this one.
Maybe you should have led with that. Probably somebody sat on their hands and went, I'll do it tomorrow.
Well, yeah, you could try.
See, look, and now they're screwed.
You better be real good at dialing tomorrow.
Yeah,
real good at dialing. What exactly? One way in. That's where have I heard that before? Mm-hmm. All right. Now, time to get to these NFL previews as The season begins tomorrow. And, Rob, let's start by going through the divisions. We'll start in the AFC.
All right.
This is an NFC town. And we'll start with the AFC East, which...
Well, I've seen Hard Knocks. I already know who the Super Bowl champion
Well, I
is.
think that's a reasonable take.
And
the odds to win the AFC East, the Bills are minus 260. They are the heaviest favorite in their division of any team in the NFL, mostly because the rest of the teams in their division stink.
And they kind of do.
The Patriots are plus 550. The Dolphins are 7-1. And if you're still a real believer in the Jets, 16-1.
Been told it's their year.
I have a hard time thinking anybody besides the Bills can win this division, but you could say, oh, well, AJ is a Bills fan. He's biased.
No.
But also, I know that the Jets suck, and I don't think the Dolphins are very good. I think the Patriots are a year or two away from contending.
Contending, no. But I do think the Patriots might be a playoff team.
They could potentially be a wild card team.
It's a wild card potential for them. And that's a massive step in 1 year. But
they have 4 wins last year?
Yeah, so I like Buffalo, obviously. I mean, this is, it's not, we're not to the, if not now, win stage for them, but
kind of getting there.
We're not there yet. You still got a couple more years. Josh is still in his prime. But we're in the realm of the next 4 years. If it don't happen, we're going to be talking about him in an entirely different light. But right now, I expect him to be playing in San Jose, and I certainly like it right now.
Okay.
So I like them. But if we're going something crazy, I do like New England as a wild card team.
So you're going to put New England down as a wild card?
I'm not New England. As we sit, put them in pencil.
You know what? I'll wait till we go through the divisions, then you can decide your wild cards.
I'm not sure about Denver, but we'll get there.
Okay. All right. In the AFC North, you've got the Baltimore Ravens favored. They are minus 155. The Cincinnati Bengals plus 240. Pittsburgh plus 550. And the Cleveland Browns 30-1. If you see a miracle coming.
They got a couple quarterbacks that just might turn on a dime.
Now, I think the Ravens have probably the best all-around roster in football. They seem pretty well stacked everywhere. They're deep everywhere. I would love to find a way to pick against them, pick the Bengals maybe, but I just think the defensive questions are so great for the Bengals that I can't do it. I've just got to go with the most complete team, and I know it's chalky, but it's Baltimore.
I'm with you
for
as
me.
well. I think Baltimore there and the Bengals, the wild card, possible wild card. That's the best the Bengals can hope for. And for all the reasons you just said, the most talented team in football. My dream is late January, a playoff game between Buffalo and Baltimore to decide who goes to the playoffs. That is, you want to talk about an AFC championship game in the elements, whether it's in Baltimore in the driving rain or Buffalo in the driving snow, something like that to decide the AFC is my ideal end of the season.
All right. The AFC South. There's no minus money team in this one. The Texans are your favorite at plus 110. The Jags plus 270. Colts plus 350. Titans 7-1.
By default. Come on, Texans. It's by default.
Okay.
I like the Texans.
I'm going to go off script here. I think the Texans' offensive line is so dreadful that I think at some point they're going to get C.J. Stroud hurt. And on top of that, they don't have a run game. Joe Mixon is out for who knows how long. They were acting like maybe he's not going to come back. Nick Chubb is a broken-down man. I'm going to go with Jacksonville. I'm going to go with the upside of Liam Cohen and think that maybe he can – some of the magic that he worked on Baker, he can sprinkle some of that dust on Trevor Lawrence and maybe get something out of him. So that'll be my big balls play is going to be Jacksonville.
It's a pretty big balls play. Because, if the Texans do stay healthy, Stroud's the best quarterback in the division.
Oh, by far.
And the thing is, I don't think it's going to take that much to win it. So, 10 wins takes the division. Probably. No, I don't even think you'll need that. I think 8 or 9 wins might actually take the division because most of those wins are going to be in conference and division.
I just think that offensive line is so dreadful.
Oh, yeah.
The defense is legit in Houston, but it feels like everything else, there's a lot of question marks. All right, AFC West. The Kansas City Chiefs minus 105 favorites Broncos and Chargers, both plus 310.
Mm-hmm.
Raiders 11-1. Where are you going?
Broncos are good. We can't deny the fact that we got another year of Bo Nix in this offense. They can run the ball. They've invested in defense. But this is still Kansas City. It's, I hate it. I do think this is it, though. This is the last run, at least with Mahomes and Kelsey and some of these dudes. So I think they're going to give it that last charge, and they'll be enough to win the division.
They were, last year, the least explosive offense in the NFL.
I know.
And they won 15 games. They find a way.
I'd love to see the Chargers do something. I really would. The Chargers could make that division so interesting if they can play up to potential.
The Chiefs have won this division for 9 consecutive years. The Bills are up to 5, and that feels like a lot. The Chiefs have won the AFC West 9 times.
Every year that Mahomes has started.
9 times. I can't go against it. All right. So we have Buffalo, Baltimore, and KC. You have Texans. I have Jags. Give me your 3 wild card teams.
Broncos.
Okay.
Cincinnati.
Okay.
New England.
Okay. I'm going to go Broncos, Chargers.
Oh, yeah. See, you're hoping for what would make it so much fun if the Chargers can just make a dent. You know what I mean? Take a game from Denver and from Kansas City and make somebody really pissed off that they didn't make the playoffs.
And I'll go Cincinnati for my last one, even though, God, it's tempting to take Pittsburgh just because it seems like they always find a way to get into the playoffs. They're always there.
Yeah, they're going to get a little bit of the chef's kiss from Aaron.
You know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. I cannot predict good of him or wish good of him. I think he's you know what he is?
You're a real crumb bum.
He's a real crumb bum, that Aaron Rodgers.
Hopefully he's off to Ecuador to lick a frog and get himself ready for the season.
All right, let's take a break, Vic. When we come back, did we get our qualifiers?
Yeah.
Who do we got?
We got Corey Rogers and Jorge Leja.
All right, so Corey and Jorge.
How
and who do we have from yesterday?
Corey said 157.
No, we don't know. We don't want to know. We don't want to know.
Okay.
We just. But
give me the range. Like, what's our?
So are they real close? Do we have anybody outlandish?
No, they're pretty much within range.
Okay.
Everybody in a 50-yard range so far. Is that what we're looking at?
Oh yeah, if not less.
Okay.
All right.
Got
people doing their homework. Appreciate this.
Excellent. And we'll qualify one more person
Yeah,
tomorrow. All right, let's hit a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the NFC. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's time for the big game. This weekend, your team is playing. Go see them with no worries about your dog. Go see them because you know Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit has everything you need to take care of your babies. As you head out for the games, drop your babies off at the best place possible. I ran into somebody the other day, and they said, I thought you were talking about a daycare. I am, but it's for your dogs. That's what Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit does so well. They take care of your babies, your dogs, the way you want them taken care of. They get exercise. They are taken care of all day long. They're monitored. They're with dogs of like mind and play. And when I talk about play, oh my goodness, you have to see Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit to believe it. The outside play area is phenomenal. They have covered, they have uncovered, they got a splash pad. They've got all you need to make sure your dogs are taken care of all day long. And on those long weekends, no worries about dropping off Friday, picking up later Sunday afternoon. They'll pick up on Monday, whatever you need to take care of your dogs. That's Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. They're out on 35, just outside of 1604, next over there to Gilman. The safe, supervised play groups, like I said, indoor and outdoor play, spacious suites for the overnight stay, and if you want to have a little bit of extra, they got a tuck-in service and a little treat service, and of course the videos to watch your pets when you're gone all day long. So if you're looking for a place on the daily, Blue Bonnet is there for you early, and they're open late for pickup and drop-off. But for those weekend getaways, don't worry about your dogs. They're going to be taken care of. That's over at Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. Write this number down. It's 210-750-1298. Their website address, and you can take care of booking and everything at their address, is mybunkinbiscuit.com. Hey, take your dogs over there. When they're there, tell them to say hello to Sensei and Avery because my dogs will be playing there. Go over to Blue Bonnet Bunkin' Biscuit. You're going to love it, and when you do, you're going to thank me later.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down.
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right. Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks. Let me tell you something. It is so good to be right. In Prize Picks, there's no better way to prove your knowledge than to play Prize Picks. And Dallas Cowboy fans, you know every game counts, so don't miss a moment of the action this season on Prize Picks. Make your picks on your favorite Cowboys every week and ride with the boys all season long. You got all kinds of play, all kinds of ways to go. Right now, Prize Picks is offering $50 in lineups. That's money you can play with. Use it and prove how good you are. Prize Picks. There's only one place to go. All you need to know is more or less. You can pick your players, you can pick your game, but we got the place for you. It's Prize Picks. And remember the code ALAMO. Alamo's the one you need. If you put that in there, use the code ALAMO for your $50 free play. That's $50 when you use the term ALAMO. You know the game. Go play it in the right place. That's Prize Picks. It's so good to be right, and you're always right when you head to Prize Picks. Go get it today. Download the app. Use the code ALAMO, and you can come by and thank me later. Hey, Twin Peaks fans, Bourbon and Brews is going to be back, but while it's away, sample some of Mexico's finest tequilas every Friday at Twin Peaks Tequila and Cerveza Costume Party. Mix things up with handcrafted margs or keep it simple with perfect shot and 29-degree imports all around. That's Twin Peaks.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com. If you have a 2004 or newer vehicle that's out of warranty or about to be, Endurance is urgently notifying U.S. drivers about their low-cost vehicle coverage plan designed to save drivers thousands on rising vehicle repair costs. Those who qualify can pick their plan, coverage, and repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental cars included. All covered repairs get paid directly to the repair shop for you. Call now for your free quote. Call 800-298-7906. 800-298-7906.
Synergenics and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs. Want to get fit like an MVP? Book a free TRT consultation and automatically be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a game. Winners selected every week. Book now, TRTMVP.com.
Hey, Sarah. Heard about your car accident. You okay?
Well, let's see. My car's toast, my neck's a pretzel, and the insurance guy ghosted me faster than my ex. So, peachy.
Remind me why you haven't called Thomas J. Henry Law yet?
Calling an attorney is weird to me.
Yeah, you should totally trust insurance, who profits from underpaying you.
I'm picking up on your sarcasm.
You need to pick up the phone and dial Thomas J. Henry Law.
Car accident? Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff. Now we can chill, Mom.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
You were on babysitting duties in Tampa Bay.
Saw a soft-shelled turtle in the backyard of the son-in-law's house.
Really?
We thought it was a snapper, what they call a soft-shelled turtle. Ugly old son of a gun. Big old long neck with a pointy nose.
Nobody needs to hear about your soft-shelled turtle.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey, I was just looking at an email from, excuse me.
Oh, hello there. Hey there. Hey now.
Where did that come from? Nick Trey sent an email. We only have 27 spots open for the golf tournament.
Gosh.
Oh, my gosh.
That's filling up.
So we predicted, and as usual, we were correct, that this thing was going to be sold out at least 2 weeks ahead of time. It's going to be. This is your fair warning. Go to sasportstar.com to get yourself signed up. $120 for a single, $400 for a foursome. Call your boss, use his credit card, and come play with us on September the 28th.
September the 29th.
29th, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we got 26 days. We're almost sold out. We got one. Basically, we can bring on one more person per day.
Yeah, that's it. And again, tell your suit, call your boss. You've earned it. You had a good quarter.
Yeah.
And come play with us on Monday and have him pick up pick up the tab.
And it's going to be at Olympia Hills Golf Course. Yeah. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. You can register at sasportstar.com. And, of course, the Fall Golf Classic presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, sponsored by Flight by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. So get yourself out there and play some golf with us. Well, we're not going to play golf, but we're going to drive. Rob and I drive around on a cart.
I hope we're driving the Yingling Swagcopter cart.
Maybe we will be. Well, I don't know. They'll probably be driving
probably
that.
Won't let us drive that.
Yeah, you'd have to have a TABC card for that, probably. But we'll drive around a regular cart, and we'll be amongst the people, because that's what Rob and I are.
I'm going to bring my driver. We'll bring our driver. Maybe we'll tee off for you.
Yeah, if you don't mind losing a ball in the woods.
We'll buy the mulligan. We'll buy the mulligan.
Slice.
I'll hit it in the woods easy, Bubba. I'll hit it.
You might want to get us early.
I'll tell you this. I hit bombs.
I hit dingers.
But I hit a lot of foul balls too. So
I saw. Have you seen this new thing where you can buy? It's a little piece of tape that you can put on your golf ball that has the stuff in it that those like firecrackers that you just throw on the ground that go off, so that when you hit the ball, it sounds like a gunshot. Like,
I like that.
If I could find them.
Yeah. Now we're talking. All right, let's get back to our NFL predictions. We've both predicted the AFC. Now to the NFC.
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm going to save the NFC East. I'm going to save that for the end.
Why? Because of the
purposes of drama.
That is dramatic.
But let's go to the NFC North, which I think is arguably the I won't say the most competitive, but I think that it's because I do think like the AFC South, I don't know that it's not good, but I think everybody there has a reasonable chance of the NFC North might be the most competitive.
It is now.
I think every one of these teams could potentially make the playoffs.
Except for one.
I don't know. If things went the right way, I think there's a world.
Well,
I won't bet on that, but I think there's a world.
I will say that after the trade, now that Micah's in Green Bay, that was enough for me to give them the division. I think that they're going to beat Detroit. And Detroit, I think poor Detroit, last year they got screwed because they didn't get a bye week till like 12. So by the time they staggered into the bye week, they were so beaten and battered, they just couldn't bring it back. And I don't think we're going to see a Detroit team as good as they were. They lost some coordinator help that I think is really going to hurt. I still think they're the most talented top to bottom, even with the addition of Micah. But I like Green Bay and Micah, so I'm going to pick them to win the division, and Detroit as a wild card team.
Green Bay is the favorite at plus 170 now after that deal. The Lions are plus 185, Vikings plus 350, Chicago 6 8-1.
It's Detroit and the Vikings, man. It came down to one game last year, and it could come down to one game to get to the playoffs. Period.
I'm gonna get ballsy, and I'm gonna take the Vikings.
Boy, you must be relying a lot on for all intents, a rookie.
You know what? I believe in that coach so much when it comes to quarterbacks. He made Sam Darnold look like.
Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying. I just feel like I'm just not going to trust a rookie. I just can't unless he's Mahomes.
I mean,
and he could be. I don't know. But
I mean, he could just be Bo Nix from a year ago.
Maybe.
I'm going to ask him to be Jaden Daniels. Just be Bo Nix, and that's good enough.
I think they were really good. They were.
And that was Sam Darnold.
But they're playing against better teams.
But you know what? If I asked you a year ago, what are the odds that J.J. McCarthy will end up being a better player than Sam Darnold? Like, would you have gone, 90%?
Well, I would have said, my God, how far have we fallen? We're talking about a rookie with Sam Darnold. No, everything last year was a miraculous. And yes, he did what he did. I just don't trust a rookie quarterback, especially when I'm looking at a Detroit team that is still stock full of talent and getting healthier. They're going to have a defense back that they didn't even have to close the year out. So I look at that, and I don't think they're good enough to beat Green Bay. And then I see the Vikings, and I think they're going to knock off probably both those teams. And the Bears are better. So sum total, I just feel like Green Bay has the most to get out of there. And then if it's Detroit and the Vikings, I feel like, well, Detroit's got more talent, and they got a quarterback at least I can halfway trust. So that puts the Vikings third in my mind.
I don't trust Detroit because they're replacing their OC and their DC. Yeah. I just think that's a lot to deal with. And as good as I think they've got some good talent.
Better division race, this one or the AFC West?
I fall back to 9 times.
I know. You're right. I know.
You know what I mean? All right, let's look at the NFC South. The Bucs are a short favorite. They're -110. Atlanta +210. Carolina +430. The Saints 16-1.
This feels like the old NBA West when all you had to do was just win your division, just win the West. You're going to win the Super Bowl. The Bucs could make it to the Super Bowl. The Bucs could. I don't think they have any problem at all in their division. Those are cake games for them. Their easy part of their schedule is their division.
I'm going to take the Falcons.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I am. I'm going to take the Falcons. I think they're the more talented team. Now I go back to this. The Bucs have won 4 in a row. They've won this division 4 times in a row, so I might have egg on my face. I generally don't think that anybody in this division is good. There's a lot of people.
You don't think the Bucs?
I don't think they're good.
I'm telling you, looking at their potential and the way that they have just very quietly gone to work and kept their dudes around. I mean, they're getting old, no doubt. That defense, they play hard. You're right. They're not even the most talented team in their division. But there's some about the sum of those parts that I feel like they're going to be hanging around a long time. Get a home playoff game.
So here's what I like about Atlanta. They've got a top 5 easiest schedule.
Mm-hmm.
They swept the Bucs last year.
They did.
And
for anyway.
For Tampa, I think losing Liam Cohen is going to be a big deal.
We're going to see.
I've seen a lot of Baker Mayfield being very mediocre, and then I saw him get with Liam Cohen, and he looked great. Now he's gone. Prove it to me, Baker Mayfield.
And I think he's going to have to. And if this would have been Baker 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I don't think he'd have been capable. But I do think that he was with him long enough that now Baker has kind of settled into being a professional NFL quarterback and knows exactly who he is now.
The NFC West, I believe, is the hardest division to pick. I do think it's a lot of it is because it's so health dependent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the 49ers are a very health dependent team. The Rams, there's already a question about Matt Stafford. That's clearly a very health dependent pick if you're making it. Arizona, Kyler Murray has consistently been a health concern, and then Seattle they're the least, they're the furthest from or they're the longest shot in the division, but a lot of changing parts there. So I'll ask you first, where are you going with this team? Do the 49ers go from last place to first this year?
Well, I do think last year was an outlier because of injuries. I love picking up Brian Robinson from the Commanders. I think that really helped kind of protect them if and when running back goes down. I like him to win it. I like them to win the division. But I think that Purdy's paid. They're going to miss Debo, but I do think McCaffrey's going to play a lot of that Debo role, and Robinson will be a little bit of running back. So I do think we're going to see some offense from him. I'm worried about Stafford's back. That's the only, and I think because the Rams are going to miss Stafford for some games, I like the Cardinals to come in the playoffs. I don't think the Rams are going to do it because of Stafford's back. I like the Cardinals this year, finally kind of turning the corner and making the playoffs. And the 49ers are going to just be steady, and if they stay healthy, they win it.
Here's what I like. I'm going to go with the Rams. I think the Rams have one of the better defenses in the league, and everything comes down to if healthy. If healthy, they're the only team in this division that has, I think, an elite-level quarterback.
Yep.
And they were probably a play away from hosting an NFC championship game last year. And they've got Devontae Adams now opposite Puka Nacua.
But they did lose their bread and butter. I mean, they did lose a receiver that carried them for a couple years.
He did. But you know what? Where's he been the last few years? Puka Nacua took his job.
I've never seen a guy step into somebody's job and do the same thing at least as well as those two dudes.
It was very much remember when Julian Edelman and basically Danny Amendola was gone and Julian Edelman said, I can do that.
Same thing but better. And
yeah.
The only thing that scares me about the Rams, everything you said, their quarterback took a needle to the back 3 weeks ago. And that is just terrifying to me.
That is. They do have Jimmy Garoppolo, who's a professional backup quarterback, no doubt. But again, they also have a quarterback whisperer. I think Sean McVay is so good, and not to say that Kyle Shanahan is, and I have a lot of respect for Kyle Shanahan too. But you'll note, like for me, some of these guys, like O'Connell and McVay, I fall in love with coaches probably more than players sometimes. And some of these guys, I just think they're so good that even when parts move, they're going to figure something out. I don't believe in Brock Purdy. I think Brock Purdy is just a guy. Like, I really do. I think Brock Purdy is – if Brock Purdy were separated from Kyle Shanahan, I think Brock Purdy he'd turn right into a pumpkin.
Well, the good news is they're not. And that's that I fall back on that last year was the outlier. I'm curious who you have second. Is it the 49ers or is it the Cardinals?
Well, you know what, Rob? On the other side of this break, we'll do our wild card. Well, we'll do the NFC East, and then we'll get into our wild cards, and when we'll make our playoff predictions and our Super Bowl picks. It's the Morning Huddle NFL preview on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I hope you woke up this morning feeling fine, ready to attack the day, not feeling bad at all with something painful keeping you out of life. If that's you, carry on. But if you did wake up with something bothering you, or if you have a young athlete in your house that just the season is just beginning, but they're already dealing with an injury that could very well keep them out of the game in real life, you have access to professional level treatment and Arosty. Arosty providers are all around San Antonio, and they're ready to get you or someone in your family out of pain and back in the game fast. So if you got a young volleyball athlete, maybe there's a young football player maybe somebody in the band who's dealing with something painful that won't let them participate in things they need to deal with. You have next level care, the likes of which Tony Parker and Becky Hammond have utilized, and that is Arosty. So what do? You call them and make your appointment because you know what? You don't even need a referral to go. Write this number down. It's 1-800-404-6050. Their website is arosty.com. They got a map of all the providers. I bet there's one less than 10 minutes from where you are right now on the website. So if you're an old athlete, a young athlete, wounded from honeydews, or maybe something that has not let you go for months, call Arosty. They treat you in ways you might not have expected. It has nothing to do with or pills to hide the pain, nothing with surgery. It's about your body fixing itself. And let me tell you, it works. Ask Tony Parker, ask Becky. They'll tell you. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love or your kids or your family out of the game. Call Arosty today. They're going to get you fixed, and when you do, come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Look out for an accident over on the east side. It's westbound I-10 near FM 1516. 2 left lanes are blocked. 3 or 4 minutes on the backup starting at FM 1518. There's also a crash working on Loop 1604 westbound near Redland. That's going to slow you down from Green Mountain Road. Northbound Loop 410 just south of Rigsby. There's an accident off to the median. Michael Scott, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player, or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait, spots will sell out fast. And once they're gone, they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose, enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country, presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Labor Day at Lowe's means buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Plus, shop 2 for $8 select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Valid through 9/3 mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. Terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
The right stuff. Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s.
Call Right Home Services.
Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. 210-444.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
And Doug. Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this. The insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday morning at 11:45. The Aggies take on the Utah State Aggies. Presented by Just Putts. Pre-game at 10:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let's go!
Hi, it's Jason Minix. You're listening to the home of the Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
whip.
Hey, yo. All right, Morning Huddle 94.1. Rob and AJ going through the NFC here. So far, we've got a different pick for every division.
In the NFC.
Yep. Now let's go to the NFC East, where there has not been a repeat champion since 2004. 20 years. 20 years.
Wow.
And no repeat champions.
Put that to bed.
It's over?
It's over.
Rob's picking the Philadelphia Eagles to repeat.
Yep.
Oh, how dare you, Rob? You think they'll start out 1-0?
I do believe they're going to start out on a winning pace.
Well, me, I'm a big balls man.
But you're not stupid.
Give me the Dallas. No, just kidding. I'm taking the Eagles too. I'm going with the Eagles
but you
too.
ain't stupid.
I can't get around it. I really do. I think there's too much talent on that team. I'm still not like completely in on Jalen Hurts, but
at some point, are we ever going to stop saying that?
I mean, yes, because here's what happens. Right around the time that that he starts to fade, I'll just say, I told you guys. It's the same thing I did with Russell Wilson his entire career. I was just like, Russell Wilson, he's all right. And then finally, it's like, see, I told you guys.
I'm just not going to say anything to I'm not going to praise him any more than he needs to be praised, but I'm certainly not going to take anything away from him. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback and belongs to be in that category.
Well, this is what I'll say about the Eagles. Name another team that could lose their starting quarterback and you think they'd still be competitive.
I agree with that. I wholly agree with it. That there's the possibility that Sirianni and this offense has cracked the code to just find a type from now on. I think it's pretty high, but I still would need to see somebody else come in and do it. For me
I
to
agree, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree with this.
If Jalen Hurts got hurt in Week 1, I think the Eagles are potentially still a playoff team. I don't know. I think like they're not going to win the Super Bowl if that's the case.
No,
but
they're that deep, and
the rest of their roster is just so good.
And I'm not going to denigrate what he does. He does what is appropriate for that team to win the Super Bowl, and that's enough for me to go. It's going to be really hard for them to be kept out of the Super Bowl because of what he's capable.
Like I think about all those AFC quarterbacks. Like if Josh Allen or Lamar or Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes got hurt, that season's
but they're
over.
all better quarterbacks, and I'm not comparing them. But I will say, in the system he is in, which was designed around him. He's really, really good at it, and that's enough to win this conference or this division. It's good enough to win the conference, and it's good enough to be playing in San Francisco again.
All right, let's get to the wild cards then, Rob. Who are your division winners? Philly, Green Bay, Tampa Bay, and San Francisco. Who are the wild cards?
I like Arizona.
Okay.
Kind
of a ballsy play.
Kind of out there. I like Detroit. I'm going to hang with my Aggie coach. And I like, out of this one, I like the Commanders. I think that one more year, even though they won't be as pretty and fun as they were last year, I think Jaden's enough to get them back in the playoffs.
All right. I will go with San Francisco. I will go with Green Bay. And I'll go with Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with Detroit. Yeah, I'm gonna have 3 teams from the NFC North.
They're that good.
Which means no Washington for me. That's probably the hot take that I've got in the NFC. I don't buy into them defensively, and I think there's always a second-year lull for these guys who have great first years. And Jaden Daniels had arguably the greatest rookie year of any quarterback ever. The league will adjust. But I just think there's too many questions on their defense. And now there's questions about who's going to run the ball for them. You know, and you talk about a team that is how I just said, if the Eagles quarterback, if Jalen Hurts' head fell off, I'd still believe in the Eagles as a playoff team. If Jaden Daniels' head fell off week 1, the Commanders might be the worst team in football.
They're done for.
I mean, they would be
so many teams that have to deal with that, though. But I will say that once the Cowboys lost Micah, I think that gave the Commanders another win, and that's going to help them along the way. I also like, my hot take is I think Arizona's defense is very quietly really good.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to put some points on the board, and that's enough for me to kind of elevate them into playoff status, which I wouldn't have thought so. But I will say that Kyler Murray's going to have to finally ring true and do all those things that he's capable of for a sustained amount of time. He's got the receivers now. He's got a steady back, and he's got a defense that can protect him. He doesn't have to do anything stupid.
Yeah.
And I think that's enough to rise him. And we're also getting to the point, if not now, when?
Yeah.
When it comes to Kyler as well.
With Arizona, that was it was between them and Detroit for who my last pick was going to be of a wild card team. But it's, again, I was either going to pick 3 teams out of the NFC North or 3 teams out of the NFC West.
The West seems crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's wild. But, all right. So that brings us to the playoffs, Rob. Give me your AFC championship game, NFC championship
AFC,
game.
I've already said it. My dream matchup in the frozen tundra, whether it be Baltimore or Buffalo, I like the Ravens and the Bills to go at it. And I don't see Kansas City winning more than one playoff game if they can do that.
Okay. I will. In fact, I'm going to go with Buffalo and Kansas City. I'm going to say that's who it comes down to again, as it seems to quite often. I'll give Kansas City the benefit of the doubt. I hate to do it. I don't think they're as good as these other teams, but they have some sort of magic, and especially if they get home games. What do the Chiefs do? If they've got a home game, they win by 3 points. It's just what they do. It seems like they always find a way to do that. Where are you going in the NFC? What's your
I think
your
the
title
Eagles
matchup?
I just pencil them in. I don't think the Eagles are going to have much trouble all season long. Of course, health plays along with that. I just feel like Green Bay making that move, and it might not have made them physically more talented all the way across the board. It certainly added to that position, but it also tells the players, this is it, man. You're all in. We've got everything in place. Let's go get this thing. And I like them in this situation. So I like the Eagles and Green Bay in the NFC Championship game, and the Eagles beating Green Bay and going and probably playing Buffalo.
Okay, so you got Philly, Buffalo in your Super Bowl. I'm going to go with the Rams in the NFC West, or in the NFC Championship game against. I think I'm going to go with the Packers. I'm going to say the Packers go the long way through the playoffs, so I'll go Green Bay as well. Rams, and then I'm going to go with another heartbreak for Buffalo because I've been here before.
Oh man!
And I'm going to go with
Kansas. About battered Aggie syndrome.
Yeah,
you got battered Bill syndrome.
I'm going to go with Chiefs Rams for the Super Bowl.
It would be fun. It'd be a bit of a letdown, I'll be honest with you.
Chiefs Rams would be?
Yeah, it would be. And it's not. It would be an excellent goodbye. I think it will be the swan song for the Chiefs if they make it that far. It just feels like if that's what we get, I feel that's a lot of what we've had.
All right, Philly Buffalo. Who's your champion of the Super Bowl at the end of the year? Right?
I hate to say it, but it's going to be Philadelphia. I just think they're going to repeat. It hurts, but I think that they've got everything required.
I will go with the Rams. I will say the Rams.
What a story that would be.
Yeah. I will go with with Sean McVay getting them back.
Let me tell you, if Stafford wins another Super Bowl, we'll have to completely reevaluate him.
100%. Yeah. Because you're gonna look back, and statistically, you're gonna go,
wow, he's that good.
Oh my God,
he's that good. And on the other side of that coin, if Jalen Hurts can manage another one, we're going to have to reevaluate his place in the world too.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But with Stafford, you've got such a long career already, and if you see 2 Super Bowls and you add up the numbers that guy has put up over his career, it's going to be like, whoa, this is serious. Like, it's going to be like a top 5, top 10 conversation. It's
absolutely up there with Manning and the likes of those. And we're really talking about one of the greats of all time, and it will be kind of like, oh my goodness, who'd have thought? But in hindsight, you'd be right, and especially to get there from where he's right now. If he can get through the needle and get through the back issues, which is the scariest thing in football, and he can carry the team, extraordinary story.
Yep.
On the other side, if Philadelphia can do it, but I think the best story in football is if Buffalo can finally get it done.
Of course, that'd be the best story.
It would be the best story in football.
One thing I learned about Hard Knocks, or watching Hard Knocks, is, and my wife said the same thing. She said, I can't imagine that there are people out there who don't like Josh Allen.
Oh, absolutely. It just reinforced everything that you thought was true.
Like, he is the most cheerable for character ever. Like, in the conversation, certainly, because to come from where he came from being like a community college kid to being the NFL MVP, and like the idea that he's like, he spends all this time with handicapped kids. He donates all this money in his mother's name. He's like, the guy's a prince.
And it would serve the league well for him to do all this.
Gosh.
So he'll have every possibility.
Oh.
He'll get the benefit of the doubt.
They need him. They need him. You know what the league doesn't need more? Tom Brady. Enough with this guy. I should be over that by now. No, I do think he's one of those guys. He seems very, and again, I might be biased because it's my favorite team, but he just seems like, how can you not cheer for that guy? How can you not want that guy to have success? Like, he doesn't, there's just, now.
You only get this for a little while.
To be fair, I remember when there was 0.001% chance that Justin Tucker liked to rub his crank on masseuses. Like, who would have ever thought that? Or that Deshaun Watson was going to do what he did. Like, there's been a lot of guys you're like, oh, he's such a great guy. And then turns out, maybe not. Maybe not.
Who's his wife? His wifestress?
The
actress?
The gal that was just in Sinners.
Smoking Hot.
Oh, yeah.
So all of that. Combined to it just seems like the perfect dream kind of end to it.
After Haley Stanfield,
there we go.
After they get married, the year after they get married, now he's become such. She's such an influence on him that she wills him to be a champion.
She makes him a better man.
Like last night on Hard Knocks when he said, "I'd argue that when they asked him about Sinners, I'd argue that you're maybe the second most talented person in your marriage." And he said, "Oh, without question.
Without question. She does things."
Boy, he loves that woman. He loves that woman.
It would be a great story. And again, it will be threaded by the stories of all these quarterbacks. One of your picks I found intriguing was Atlanta, and I do think they're going to be fun because certainly they have the second best all-around running back athlete in the league. There's so many questions about Penix.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd like to cheer for them. I would like for them to be good. I think that'd be a team to cheer for.
I hate the Falcons. I generally I don't want to cheer for them, but I do think that Tampa's a very vulnerable favorite.
I think that Atlanta's an interesting story to watch, and Arizona's going to be one of those low-key kind of interesting stories to watch.
Agreed. All right, we'll play some Cowboy Sand on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
The Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
School's out, summer's in, and that vacation countdown is officially on. But what about your four-legged MVP? Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit in Selma has your furry family member covered. Daycare, boarding, grooming, and training, they've got it all. They're built for your pet's health, happiness, and tail-wagging good times. If you're in the military, your teacher, or your first responder, they've got barking good exclusive discounts. So go ahead, book that trip, hit the beach, crush your summer plans. Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit has your pet in good hands. Because home away from home isn't just for humans. Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuits in Selma.
Have pain? Have chronic pain? Low back pain, knee pain, neck pain, or shoulder pain, I can help. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, and we get to the root of your pain. We don't just give pain medications, we do the proper investigation to see what is the root cause, and it's covered by your insurance. Reduce your medication, avoid surgery, and get rid of pain for good. Call for your free evaluation. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health, where we get to the root cause of your problem. 210-468-1891.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Pork rinds are the crunch time hero of the snack aisle. Low carb, collagen packed, and high in protein, so you can keep the energy high without the guilt. The porkrinds.com Instagram will make a crunch time donation with each share of the Crunch Time Hero college football post, with each share equaling a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, a nonprofit dedicated to helping families dealing with DIPG DMG pediatric brain cancer. Share on Instagram today and grab yourself a bag of Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
Hey, listen to this. All I needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things. Like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Gomez Law Firm has been fighting for the rights of San Antonians for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here. What is something you see often as a personal injury attorney and protecting your clients?
The one thing we always see without fault in a case is that the insurance company will always reach out to them soon after the collision, and they try to get them to agree to a low settlement. They try to get them to agree to signing a piece of paper. They want them essentially to sign their rights away without ever even consulting with an attorney, right? In the grand scheme of things, if you sign a piece of paper, you're signing your future interest away. So that's why it's so important to call the Gomez Law Firm, because we make sure we protect your rights, and you're not signing your life away, you're not signing your rights away.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then call the Gomez Law Firm first. 210-736-4040 or visit joegomezlaw.com. Protect your family and protect your rights.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff.
Now we can chill, Mom.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
That's some road work on the far north side, westbound Loop 1604 between Redland and Gold Canyon. It's blocking the right lane. 28-minute backup from Green Mountain Road. Also, Loop 410 northbound just south of Rigsby. They're working on a crash in the median. Not really a big backup. Couple of minutes because of that. On 1604 on the frontage road, northbound at Military Drive West, there's an accident blocking the far right lane. Michael Scott, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys got some good news ahead of the Thursday opener against the Philadelphia Eagles, as cornerback Trayvon Diggs and tackle Tyler Guyton were listed as full participants in the practice. Remember, you can catch the Cowboy game right here on San Antonio Sports Star. The latest AP College Football Top 25 was released after a long weekend, and Ohio State is now number 1, taking over after a nice win over the Longhorns, who fell to the 7th spot. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa! Living on a prayer. Halfway there on a hump day, baby.
Bang! Bang! Come on, man. Bang!
Come on, man. Some really interesting sound came out yesterday. David Mulligetta, the agent for Micah Parsons, was on First Take. And you know what happens on First Take, Rob?
They break news.
Oh, that's right, man. That's where they get down to the nitty-gritty of things. Let's hear. I'll play some of these clips for you. This is David Mulligetta talking about how the talks unfolded with the Cowboys.
No, as far as the contract, for us, this kind of moved at a normal pace initially. We were open to doing a deal, as we stated, with the Cowboys after his third season. And at the time, the Cowboys had other deals to do. That Dak Prescott was coming up, their quarterback, their leader, as well as CD. So we knew that we would have to wait our turn. So after his third season, after his fourth season, we asked again if they were ready to start negotiating a deal. And at that time, they told us they would let us know when they were. And for some reason, that never happened with me.
Now, he says that never happened with me.
With him, yeah.
Which, that's where we go to the handshake deal that Jerry has talked about quite a bit.
As far as Mike is concerned, he was out of the country. He got a call from Jerry's assistant and was asked to come in to meet about leadership. So when he got back from his vacation, he came in and he gave them a call, told him he was back, he was ready to meet. At some point during that meeting that was represented to him was going to be about leadership, it turned into contract talk. And, if you're a 25-year-old football player and your boss, who happens to be the most powerful person in the NFL, starts talking about contracts, it's hard for you to end that conversation. So they had a conversation. Micah nodded his head out of respect. Obviously, there's a power dynamic that's a little different there. One guy is the owner of the team and the GM, and the other one is Micah Parsons, a young 25-year-old football player. So I'm not sure if there was a miscommunication there by the time Micah walked out, but at no point did Micah believe that he was negotiating a contract.
I don't know what it sounds like to you, Rob. That sounds like he's saying Micah got Me Too'd. Hashtag Me Too.
Well, no, I
he
think
almost got the power dynamic, like he was Harvey Weinstein saying, "Listen, young lady, you want to be in the movies? I can help you get in the movies."
I don't think it was that, but I do think that same kind of pressure was brought to bear. I do think that. But one of the things that Mulligetta brought up was the leadership meeting. The reason the meeting was called was for leadership, and that really is the crux. Mulligetta defined it as leadership. When we were at training camp the night before we left, we had a chance to sit down with somebody in the Cowboys organization, and he gave us this very same story. I've talked about it on air. He said that Jerry had called Micah in. Mulligetta defined it as a leadership conversation. Jerry defined it as, look, dude, if I'm going to pay you the kind of money that I'm going to pay you, you're going to have to become a leader. Not about furthering his leadership, but you're going to have to change your ways. And it appears that some of the team, as we have found out, wasn't happy with his podcasting. He wasn't participating in the fun stuff like playing ping pong and being the first in the building. Now, he was leading by example. Certainly the numbers were there. But there was more to it that Jerry wanted. And out of that conversation came, and if you do this, I will make you X, and you will be the highest paid, all that stuff. And there was agreement. Now, Jerry is not a neophyte. He knows he can't negotiate a deal with Micah. He knows that. And if he did bring the pressure to bear, I think what he was trying to do was firm up a number. And at that point, I think Jerry was out.
Yeah.
I think after that conversation and the way Micah did what he did through OTAs and into training camp, that Jerry decided at some point, I'm never going to sign this guy.
That's kind of how it seemed.
I don't know when it happened. I don't know what Micah did to turn the corner. But, I said it yesterday that, life is best judged in reverse. And looking back, it appears that at some point Jerry was like, I'm not going to franchise him. I'm gonna stretch this thing out, but he's never going to be a Cowboy again because he did not do and has said some things that, or whatever. I don't know who's right or wrong here. But in hindsight, Jerry had no intention on Micah being a Cowboy.
Well, and here's Mulligetta talking about whether Jerry was truthful in saying that he offered to make Micah the highest paid non-quarterback ever.
So that's a loaded question, right? So from an APY standpoint, if you're just looking at the average that was offered to him, I believe it was 40.5 was the offer, which would have made him at the time from an APY standpoint the highest paid. That being said, the way the cash flow was structured over his first 3 new years, he would not be paid as the highest paid player in the NFL. So again, that's why I say the devil's in the details. And another important part of the contract was a 4-year deal versus a 5-year deal, right? When you look at that fifth new year could be the difference in $30 to $40 million for the player. You know, if you look at where the pass rusher market was a year ago, it was at 35 million or so with Nick Bosa. Now it's at 47 million in 1 year with Micah Parsons. So 4 years from now, what do you think that number is? It's probably closer to $65, $70 million a year. And if we lock in that fifth year currently at $40 million, just that year alone is worth an additional $30 million to Micah, if not more. And that's not even counting the raise that he got for the next 4 years, or the fact that the Packers were good enough to us that they gave us the fifth-year option as a linebacker this year as opposed to a DN. So that's an additional $3 million. So, the difference between those two deals you're looking at could be possibly, $60, $70 million when it's all said and done.
All of that true, but also all of that negotiable because the devil in the details.
Although negotiable to Jerry was like, I've already negotiated.
Well, I think, again, I think whenever there's a negotiation, the agent or the always has to come out with, I have the biggest and the best. And
right.
and Mulligetta wouldn't have been able to come out if they had agreed to just this deal. And he could have told the world in truthful fashion, I just negotiated the highest contract for a non-quarterback in history, average per year. Nobody has ever touched it. And they could walk away and everybody could pat hands and go, we did it. When the fact of the matter is that money doesn't kick for 3 years and the devil's in the detail kind of stuff. I think if they really wanted to negotiate, I think that a fifth year might have been available if they would have changed the cash flow option. It sounds like that was something that Michael wanted the money a lot earlier. So I think that there was room to play if they wanted to play. If Jerry wanted to play, I think there was room. This whole thing about we had a deal with a handshake and with a 25-year-old kid, everybody knows that wasn't going to hold water. That doesn't hold it. You got to do a deal with the agent. The whole league's set up that way. So Jerry's running for cover with that. There's no protection there. You don't do a deal with the player. You do it with the certified agent.
Claymore says David Mulligetta comes across as very sincere and a man of integrity. Of course he does. He's an agent. That's what they do. But make no mistake, he's an agent. Deep down, he's a slime ball.
Yeah, he's playing with the same fire that Jerry has. He's just a little bit more quiet about it. Yeah.
And he dresses it up real pretty. That's what agents typically do. They
the
Lee
great
Steinberg,
ones take your money
guys,
and you thank them for it.
Yeah, they're like they always play the part, and Mulligetta is no doubt very, very good. That's why he's the next super agent.
Yeah, keep in mind when he says leadership meeting, that sounds like, hey, we're going to confirm some things up. No, Micah got called to the carpet. Micah got called into the principal's office. Like, dude, you can't act like this.
Right. All right. I want to continue playing some sound, including some sound from Dak Prescott on the other side of this thing. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1. Underdog Fantasy. It's football season. Tomorrow's football season. Will Saquon have higher or lower on his yards? 93.5 is the number right now. Will CeeDee Lamb have higher or lower on his yards? If you know the answers to those things, you can make a ton of money with Underdog Fantasy. And it's so easy. You just pick your favorite players. Will they go higher or lower on their stats? Yards, touchdowns, you name it. You get it right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. And you can play with just as little as $1. I play Underdog. I play Underdog a lot with UFC stuff, but I love football season. I think it's great for Underdog Fantasy. Great time to do it. And I'm not going to lie, last season was pretty good for me with Underdog Fantasy. This week, I'm going to be looking at Saquon. I like Saquon this week. I know the Cowboys have refocused their defensive plan to stop the run. I don't think they're going to shut down Saquon, though. Listen, you want to do it? You want to get on the action? Download the app today. Sign up with promo code ALAMO. Get $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5 with promo code ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions, with a B, billions of dollars, making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Golf Classic is back, baby. Get the crew together. Guys, gals, the whole gang. And join us Monday, September 29th at Olympia Hills Golf Club for a laid-back day full of swings, laughs, and a little friendly trash talk. It's just $120 per player or $400 for a foursome. A steal for a day on a beautiful course with your buddies. Proceeds benefit the Community Foundation of the Hill Country. But don't worry, this isn't a stuff the course. We'll keep the party rolling at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, where the drinks are cold, the food is hot, and the stories are even better. Get ready to tee off on the best Monday you'll have all year. Grab your spot now at sasportstar.com.
Legendary doesn't happen by chance. It happens because it's what BetMGM does. Sign up for BetMGM and check out all the exciting new ways you can make this pro football season unforgettable. Shoot your shot with same-game parlays, call your plays like a pro with live betting, or bet on a market you didn't know existed thanks to BetMGM Originals. You'll be on the edge of your seat from the very first snap, no matter what type of fan you are. Earn BetMGM rewards points on every bet. Take advantage of football offers found nowhere else, like a second chance on a first touchdown bet, and keep an eye out for rewards dropping in your account throughout the season. Never settle for the ordinary. Sign up today. BetMGM. Make it legendary. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Specific promotional offers are not available in Mississippi, New York, Nevada, Ontario, or Puerto Rico. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in the U.S. For New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. For Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. For Massachusetts, 1-800-327-5050. For Iowa, 1-800-BETS-OFF. For Puerto Rico, 1-800-981-0023. Subject to eligibility requirements in partnership with Kansas Crossing Casino and Hotel.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
Mom, it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff.
Now we can chill, Mom.
Hi, I'm Jason Thompson. I'm a personal injury attorney, and since 1994, I've been helping people and their families seriously injured or killed by negligent drivers. My website is alawyer4us.com. I use that phrase because I know that there's no way a regular San Antonian can possibly beat a billion-dollar insurance company alone. You will need an experienced attorney to stand up for you and get what you and your family deserve. This month, my father will retire after 50 years of practicing law, doing what he taught me to do, help people in need. Stand up for the people that cannot. Use the skills you have to help the people in your community when and where you can. When an insured driver seriously injures someone, a billion-dollar insurance company uses everything it can to pay as little as possible. Every insurance company you have heard of has a very large staff of attorneys already working against you. If you or a family member has been seriously injured because of a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson, as soon as you can after a collision. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or check out my website, alawyer4us.com.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Thursday night at 7:20. The Cowboys open the season on the road, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Morning Huddle, AJ and Rob taking you down the boulevard of broken dreams here.
Coach Shoddy will be here in 14 minutes. Wow. We chose violence at age 16.
Yeah, we did.
All right, I wanted to continue playing some sound. We heard from David Mulligetta in the last segment talking about the Parsons deal. Some interesting sound came out of Dak Prescott, who I don't know how to put it. I guess he's playing the team card, but it sounds kind of like sour grapes to me. But here's Dak talking about the feel of the locker room right now.
From what I got from the feel of the locker room, I don't think there was needed a talk or lifting guys up over the divorce or feeling down about themselves. I mean, or about the situation. It's a business. And I think a lot of guys in that locker room know that, have felt that to some extent or not. And I just think that was just another realization of it, of this is a business. And hell, if anything, I hope it was a wake-up call to some guys, right? Like, this is for our life. And every day you come in here and you approach it as it is for your life. We're blessed to play a game for a living. So, yeah, the locker room have seemed upbeat. The ping pong games have still been going on. And, yeah, we're focused on Philly.
Are you focused on Philly or are you focused on the ping pong games? What are we talking about here? And this is where it's kind of where it gets a little weird for Dak, because Dak all offseason long has said he fully expects Micah's deal to get done. Well, then they said, were you surprised that Micah ended up being traded?
Yeah, I was. I can't say I was completely surprised, but I definitely didn't think he was going to get traded. I'll say that. But just with the way that their negotiations went down, obviously, to some extent, I mean, hell, y'all were asking me questions. It seemed like it got personal on their ends. So, like, that's why I wasn't surprised. But, yeah.
That's why I wasn't surprised. Okay. You just knew all along, huh? All right. Yeah. And
I bet he fell out of bed.
I'm telling you.
He fell
Give me a break.
What? You got traded? Oh, my God. Dak was being very political there.
Okay.
Are you kidding me?
If you think Dak's political there, here's what he has to say about Kenny Clark. And listen for the shade and see if you can pick out the shade in this one.
I mean, we added a great player. Obviously, got some picks for the future. I'm not going to say we're better. We've got to go out there and prove it. We'd have to prove it even if he was on this team. So I'm not going to say that by any means. But I know adding a guy like Kenny Clark, adding a true leader, a real man that's going to only elevate this team, who's been a Pro Bowl player and is excited about being here. I know our focus right now is Philly. I think that's everybody's focus in that locker room. I don't think anybody's hung up on that. As I said, there was enough news and enough media about it. I think as much as anything, it's good that a solution happened. And obviously Micah got paid very well, and great for him and his family. And we'll see him here in about a month. So just honestly glad that I can't say glad, but yeah, glad that we're moved past that, and everybody seems happy because of it.
I'm always looking for a real man.
A real man. A true leader and a real man.
I'm looking for a real man.
Vic,
you a real cowboy?
Vic, imagine Rob retires. You know, Rob's becoming an elderly person now.
God.
Okay. This weekend he'll be an elderly person.
All
Now
right.
imagine Rob retires and it's just me and you here, and we bring in some new guy.
Okay.
And let's say someone asks us how we feel about the new guy, and we say, well, we're certainly going to miss Rob around here, but
Got a real radio guy here.
Tommy is not only is he a great radio guy, but he's a real man.
What the hell is that?
Like, what does that mean for Rob? Like, what did I think of Rob to say that? Like, so you think
he doesn't like
I
NXS?
do think that we are exposing some things here.
real man.
A real man. That's a weird term to say.
That is a crazy thing to say.
But I do think we're exposing not so much about the real man stuff, but there was a gap in what he was doing, Micah was doing on the field from what he was doing in the locker room. And Dak, I think the best thing about Dak Prescott is his understanding of what it takes to lead a football team through messes. Now, I'm not saying that leading means winning. I'm just talking about being the leader of a team through the valley of death. And when you're a leader of the Cowboys, it's always a circus. And when your best guy, and Dak's no fool, he knows what Micah is.
Yeah.
Is not part of, being part of the team, it made Dak's job that much harder. And I do think that when the moment Micah left the building, Dak could go, one less thing I got to wrangle.
There's some guys, and I mean, obviously, a quarterback in the NFL, your job is to be a leader, and I get that. But there are some guys that I don't think I could be friends with if I was on their team. And
you don't want to be friends with Dak Prescott.
I would never be friends with
I'm not saying
Dak.
I would want to be friends with him, but I would respect him and do as he did.
I don't know.
Yeah, you would.
Because I feel like that's part of the requirement. Like, do I want to go to war for this guy? And he's not the only guy. Like I don't think I would do it for Russell Wilson. I don't think I would do it I know I wouldn't do it for Aaron Rodgers. Like, there's just certain guys that come across like, I hate to use the word frauds, but they kind of feel like frauds. Like they'll say something to your face, and then when you turn around, it's something different.
I will say this: Dak has always spoken in poster language. He always has. I mean, he speaks and just hang in there, and we're a team, and all that kind of stuff. But I will give him this: over the last decade, he has walked the walk, man. I mean, and I think that's the reason he understands he has to do it that way, because he's not going to be able to do it with his arm. He's not going to do it with his extraordinary quarterback acumen. He's had to work and scratch for everything he's done on that side of the physical side. But the mental side, I think he's a master. And I do think that but for him, this Cowboy organization would have collapsed under its just frivolity over the last couple of years. But he has held it together, and some of it's his fault, but at the same time, he's the one holding it together. And when Micah left the building, I do believe he went, whew, that's one less thing I got to worry about, because he was that good, and he did move the meter. And by his own, just for being Micah, is a leader. I mean, you follow him, and that defense has been disjointed. They haven't had a lot of stuff, and he's had to do more than expected. I think Dak's job inside the locker room got easier, but it will mar the end of his Cowboy career. I think he saw when Micah walked out of the building, when Dak leaves, and it'll probably be in 2 years, it'll be with his tail between his legs moving someplace else, because now he doesn't have any protection on the other side of the ball.
No.
None.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we will talk to Brian Schottenheimer, the head coach of these totally functional Dallas Cowboys. We'll do that next. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Carbach Brewing is all over San Antonio, friends. It was out at Wolf Stadium last night. I had myself some Ziegenbach, some $2 Ziegenbachs, which are certainly the best kind. You can't find those everywhere in town, but you can find Carbach all over the place. You're certainly going to find that. And there's something for everybody in their lineup. If Ziegenbach's not your thing, that's all right. Love Street, a really crisp, really light, easy drinking, Kolsch-style blonde. It is a great intro beer to craft, is what Eric always calls it. And a Hopadillo is their flagship IPA. It's not a rookie beer. That is a punch-you-in-the-face hop bomb IPA. Very old school, very West Coast style. And then of course, there's the seasonals out right now. The Carbachtoberfest is there. The pumpkin and lager you can find on shelves. And of course, it's not just in the liquor stores and the grocery stores. It's all over the bars and restaurants as well. So you're going to be watching football. We all know the deal. You want to elevate your beer game. Go ahead and do it with a Carbach.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from Newstalk 550 KTSA.
And a brand new accident. It's going to be on 37 northbound, the connecting ramp to 35. Left interchange ramp is blocked. 22-minute backup from Fair Avenue. Westbound loop 1604 between Redland and Gold Canyon. That is roadwork blocking the right lane. It's going to stack you up 18 minutes from Green Mountain. Some pretty heavy traffic on 35 heading southbound between Engle and loop 410. Michael Scott, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
It's time to make history and break the all-time UTSA football home attendance record of 56,743 fans. UTSA plays host to Texas State this Saturday in the home opener. Kickoff 2:30 p.m. It's an orange out and the battle for I-35. Log on to goutsa.com/tickets or call the UTSA ticket office at 210-458-8872 to purchase your tickets today. UTSA against Texas State. Be there, because when we win, San Antonio wins.
Synergenics and Low T Center, your TRT MVPs. Want to get fit like an MVP? Book a free TRT consultation and automatically be entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a game. Winners selected every week. Book now, TRTMVP.com.
Listen up, San Antonio. At University of Maryland Global Campus, you can get college credit for the stripes you've earned. Turn your military rank into college credit to save time and money on an online degree. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Classes start soon. Learn more at umgc.edu/SATX.
Since 1993, Thomas J. Henry dedicated himself to building a firm that injured clients can trust and respect. A firm backed by a track record of success and a commitment to our clients. If you've been injured, trust Thomas J. Henry. San Antonio, Texas.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first, then buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Come on, baby. Little Pantera. Way to get you through the morning, right? Rob and AJ, the Cowboys from Hell, a lot of people call us. Actually, no one's ever called us that, but how cool
Not to
would
my
that
face anyway.
How cool would that be? Oh man, when I first moved here and it was like, hey, you're gonna work with Rob Thompson, and they were like, well, what do you want?
Cowboy from Hell.
What do you want the show to be called? I said, I want it to be called Cowboys from Hell.
And they went, Rob's harder than that.
And they said, no, we're gonna stick with the Morning Huddle.
Rob's down with Norwegian death metal.
I think we'll stick with the Morning Huddle is what they said. So we are patiently awaiting our phone to ring and Coach Brian Schottenheimer to be on the other end of that line.
Shoddy, for those
you
who
just
know.
Like, is that what people, I mean,
I don't know if we're close enough to him. We'll ask him. This is kind of an intro because when we were at camp, we didn't get a chance to meet him.
No,
which
he's
ordinarily
brand
we get an opportunity to kind of get to know and hang out. But just like when McCarthy took over, there was no training camp, at least one we could attend, before we got to talk with him.
So I don't know how he does he like to be called, Coach Schottenheimer, Coach Shoddy. I don't know, but obviously he comes from a long line of coaches.
Some of his bona fides, he's been with the Cowboys since 22. He was a kind of a quality control guy, always on the side of the offense. Played a huge role in the big year, that 13-3 lead the league in offense, and Dak being a MVP runner-up. He played a huge role in that, and that was really the springboard that got him the job today.
Well, and I mean, obviously his dad, coach of the Browns, Redskins, and Chargers.
McCarthy was a disciple of
and
his
Chiefs,
father's,
by the way.
And so that's why McCarthy brought young Shoddy in. I say young, he's been coaching the league for 25 years, but because McCarthy came up in the Schottenheimer West Coast offense, Schottenheimer was brought in that, and now they've adapted to what we call the Texas Coast offense. I'm really curious to see how he defines that.
And worked for a long time under Pete Carroll.
Yeah,
who's not a bad guy to have his stink on you as well.
You got a sense of that Pete Carrollness in training camp.
Yeah,
it was a fun camp.
I think he started working for Pete Carroll when Pete was at USC, if I'm not mistaken, and then eventually, he went to the NFL from there, and then came full circle and worked for Pete for a long time in Seattle as the offensive coordinator. I say a long time; it was like 3 years, something like that. But he worked for a good while up there, and if I'm also not mistaken, he was a quarterback coach for the Indianapolis Colts, who
with, Senior Luck.
Yeah, you may be familiar with the quarterbacks that they've had there in Indianapolis. Andrew Luck was at the time, I believe, when he was there. Andrew Luck, pretty good baller. So, good resume for Shoddy, but his first crack at an NFL head coaching job. Curious to see how he handles that. What I will do quickly while we wait on Coach Schottenheimer to call is I will give away a pair of tickets to UTSA versus Texas State this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. Kickoff is at 2:30 p.m. You want to be there, obviously. Let's go with caller number 5. You'll get a pair of tickets to UTSA and Texas State this weekend on Saturday.
2:30 kick, let me tell you. The
You think it's gonna be
tailgate is going to be nuts.
nutty?
Oh, get there early.
Yeah, I got a feeling. See, now Edwin's supposed to be back there taking calls. He missed out. What's he doing? What are you doing in here? Oh boy. Well, hopefully we'll figure that out. Get you those tickets. But yeah, I imagine, and it's a rivalry game. Well, I don't know if you know this, Rob, but Texas State's in Pac-12. They
are they? They need to bring that up more. They need to lead with that.
Yeah, they don't tell people. They're very quiet about being in the Pac-12. But I got a feeling they're going to let UTSA know that they're going to the Pac-12, and UTSA is not.
They're going to have that patch on.
I don't think they're allowed to wear that patch yet.
Conference of Champions.
The Conference of Champions, but they're not allowed to wear that patch until next year.
I have a feeling one of them's got tattooed on somebody's ass. The AD's already got it on his ass.
I think you're probably right. Now the T-shirts in the crowd. How many Pac-12 Conference of Champions T-shirts will there be?
If they're doing it right, the whole place. My gosh, I've never seen a team more comfortable and happy to be in a conference. Well, not since A&M. We went to the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like when Texas when it was known they were going to the SEC the next year.
Boy, we had a lot of SEC talk.
But Texas didn't really, like, they just kind of went about their business. Like, okay, we're in the Big 12, we're moving to the SEC, but they weren't like fans weren't holding SEC.
A&M boys were. We were holding SEC. That's the greatest thing ever.
That was when Nebraska left the Big 12. They were doing the same thing. They were ready to be a Big 10 team. We are out. So I guess everybody treats it a little bit differently, but Texas State, boy, they let you know about it.
I want somebody to show up with a Southwest Conference poster. Let's really be proud of them. We're never invited to, but one day we'll rebuild it.
That's next. That is next. All right, Vic, what's going on? Is he? Are we on? I guess he's still on with the guys in Dallas.
Still nothing. I'm trying to get a hold of him.
He's on with the boys in Dallas. I bet
I
that's what's
so.
going on.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll keep trying.
Does Edwin know that we gave away those tickets?
I just told him right now.
Oh, you told him to go answer the phone?
He ran to the other room.
Got one job, Edwin.
He's
one.
You're doing fine.
Okay, if you say so.
Well, as soon as I hadn't done anything wrong yet.
The other thing about Coach Schottenheimer that I'm curious to ask him about is like being a first-year head coach, like a first-time head coach after spending. I mean, it's rare, I think, that a guy in his 50s becomes a head coach for the first time.
26 years. This is his 26th year as a coach in the NFL.
Yeah.
To get it this late is a very, very rare thing.
It does not happen very often, but the idea that he's been around for so long and is finally getting a crack, it's a feel-good story, but it's also why didn't it happen before?
And there's 1,000 different answers. Some guys never really wanted it. I don't know if he ever aspired to it. Certainly it came late, and it came in a place where of comfort. I mean, he landed in a situation where the coach that hired him had worked with his father, and the guy had experience, and it kind of he started as just kind of a quality control guy and worked his way to head coach over a period of 4 years. It really is I don't think it could have happened anywhere else but with Dallas.
Yeah. So lot to get into with him, and again, we'll have him on as soon as we can. He'll be brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, of course. While we're waiting on him, I'll give you some of these. I'll give you some of my news and notes that I'm supposed to read here. Fall. We've talked about the Fall Golf Classic. That is on September 29th. We are down to 27 spots available. sasportstar.com is where you sign up if you want to play golf with us out at Olympia Hills. And, of course, you can go to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the after party. The Blitz will be broadcasting live. Elsewhere, we've got The Stat is Right. We're giving away tickets to every Cowboys home game. Listen tomorrow and get your next chance to win because we already qualified a couple people for today. And lastly, I'll tell you about the football coming up this weekend. On Friday, we're going to have the Quarter Moon Plumbing High School Football Game of the Week, energized by Hill Electric. That's Johnson and Piper. That'll be here on our little station. And then Saturday, you may be aware, there's a football match featuring some Aggies. All the Aggie you can handle. Aggie on Aggie crime. Pregame starts at 10:30. Texas A&M taking on Utah State right here on San Antonio Sports Star. So we got Cowboys Thursday, high school football Friday, and then college football on Saturday.
You mentioned that Johnson will be on Friday Night Lights.
Uh-huh.
Did you see what Johnson did to Judson last week?
No.
45-7.
Oh, boy.
I haven't seen Judson get beat that bad, and I don't think ever have I seen Judson get beat. Johnson got him a team.
Who's their coach, Bill Belichick?
They've rolled out a Belichickian offense, I can tell you that.
45-7.
45-7 to watch Judson go down like that. That's unheard of.
Okay.
That was a shocking score. Johnson must be solid.
Well, that's these are the two schools that are closest to my house, Johnson and Piper. I'm look closer to Johnson, but my kid is zoned to Piper, so I'll be watching closely, Rob. Tonight I'm going to go to the 8th grade scrimmage as we introduce the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. Welcome in Coach Brian Schottenheimer. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Howdy, Coach.
Hello.
Oh, you got us.
How you feeling today, Coach?
What's up, guys? How we doing? Doing great.
Man, we were just talking about you and kind of the path that you've taken, which is a unique one, I think, in NFL, sir. And like the name Schottenheimer, it's real easy to say, oh, Nepo baby. But you've been doing this for 26 years in the NFL, and you've worked under Pete Carroll. You've worked under a bunch of different guys. I mean, obviously, Coach McCarthy going up to last year. How's it feel to finally be like the guy who the pressure's on? It's all everything's in your court. Is this an awesome feeling for you?
Well, I think what's awesome about it, guys, is the chance to go out into competition in what we know is one of the most competitive fields in the world, and put a team out there that you oversee. I certainly don't do this by myself. I've got an incredible coaching staff. We've got incredible leaders on this football team, and there's been a lot of life lessons learned over my 26 years, almost 29 coaching overall. There's been a ton of lessons learned, and I have learned so much from so many great people. I really, when I first broke into the business, I just really wanted to kind of be a sponge. And I remember sitting on my first coaching job was in St. Louis. I was basically a QC intern, whatever you want to call it, for Dick Vermeil when he first came back into coaching after an 18-year sabbatical to do TV and radio. And I remember walking to the first staff meeting, and there was like 14 seats, and I was the 15th guy. And so what did I do? I just plopped my butt down on the ground and had my notebook, and I wrote everything that Dick Vermeil or Bud Carson and those guys talked about. And you mentioned some of the names, man. I mean, I would not be in this seat if it wasn't for guys like Mike McCarthy, Pete Carroll, Marty Schottenheimer. I'm playing for Steve Spurrier at Florida because I think I truly did take something from everybody. And now as I get ready to go out into this opportunity tomorrow night, like I truly feel like I'm way, way, way more prepared than I certainly was, 2006, however many years ago that was, when I was getting these offers to potentially be head coaches. And that's it's a feeling that makes me very confident going into these situations.
The 10th head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Brian Schottenheimer, joining us here. taking over from within is a very different challenge. You know, when you arrive from outside, you come in with a fresh idea, you got your guys, and you come in and you take over. You're reinventing on the inside. You got there and kind of worked your way through. What's been the challenge there of implementing something that you wanted to do inside the system that you weren't quite ready to do there? Have you run into that, and what's been the biggest surprise inside of taking over the team?
No, well, the biggest surprise is very clear. You know, I think you get a phone call or an issue that pops up every day that you just didn't see coming, and that's when you're in charge and you oversee something this large. And again, that's where I truly think common sense comes into play, because we have playbooks for everything, but there's not a playbook for some of the situations and phone calls that kind of come across your desk. And I think sometimes those issues are very different, and sometimes I use just common sense. Sometimes I use the fact that I'm a dad when I'm dealing with some of our players and maybe some of the issues that they're dealing with. And so I'm just a sounding board. And honestly, I really think that taking over an organization that you've been a part of is a huge advantage. I don't think there is a negative. You know the building, you know the brand, you know a lot of the people, the faces, you know how to get things done. Like when I know I need to get something done from a contractual standpoint, I know who to go to. When I know I need to adjust something in the locker room, I know who to go to. And it's not just that, it's they know me. And so I do think I'm a big relationship guy. I'm a big culture guy. And that's a huge advantage to someone like myself that's taking over for an organization they've been with for a long time.
Cowboys coach Brian Schottenheimer joining us here on the program. Coach, 9 years out of 10, a new head coach of the Dallas Cowboys would be the biggest news in an offseason for the Dallas Cowboys. You've kind of, I don't want to say lucked into, but you've kind of flown under the radar
undercover
as far as those types of things go. Like it hasn't been the headline story of the offseason. Is that a positive or a negative thing for you that like people aren't really talking about the team that you're fielding? They're more talking about the one guy who now is no longer there. How do you look at that?
Well, again, look, this is never going to be about me. I get when you sit in one of these chairs, and certainly for the Dallas Cowboys, you have all eyes on you. I don't think that changes, guys. And at the end of the day, you guys don't know me that well. You're going to get to know me. But the one thing that I will always be is I'm always going to stay true to who I am. I'm an authentic person. We're going to go into battle against Philly, and we're going to go into battle against the Giants and Washington. And I'm not going to change. I really am not. And the reason I believe that is because I've seen elite coaches get to this position where they go and they've worked their way up the ladder. They go on from being a position coach to a coordinator. Then they get their chance to be a head coach. And believe me when I tell you, I've seen it firsthand on multiple occasions. They change and they become something that they're not. And I think that's the worst thing in the world to do, because why would you change and be different than what got you into that chair at the same time? And so that's just the way I'm wired, man. I am an authentic person. I'm going to be real. I'm big time energy, a lot of juice. I'm more positive than not. I do definitely have a temper, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be who I am, and I think that's really important to me.
Coach, we were there in training camp for a week or so, and we watched how things went, and it was a very different feel from the year before. It was I don't want to call it collegiate, but it was a little bit more fun, it felt like. And talk about your desire to kind of create that kind of camp and the culture that you see most necessary now that you've lost a leader, and where do you see that culture going, and who's going to fill the void there?
Well, I'll start with this. Number one, I mean, culture to me is everything. The culture here is going to be all about winning. I mean, that's what we're going to be judged on. But we really talk three things. We talk, we want it to be a family. We're going to do things first class. And then the last one is joyful, man. Like, if you can't be excited to go line up and play against the Philadelphia Eagles here in a couple hours, like, I mean, you're in the wrong business. But at the end of the day, I'll tell you guys a quick story. So we literally did voting for captains the other day, and I kind of stood up in front of the team and explained my vision. I said, hey, here's the deal. I want to have 4 captains, and we will always have a game captain. And so I let them vote, and the vote is very true and pure, and there's no fixing of numbers or things like that. But the team spoke very, very, very clearly to me, and there were basically 6 guys that stood out amongst everybody else. And so what do? We have 6 captains now, and I think that just speaks to the leadership of this football team. It speaks to the culture that we've built in the locker room, a culture that's built on trust and work ethic and connection and things like that. And as a football coach and really just as a man that loves this game, that gets me excited.
Coach, last year you were obviously a part of this thing, and the two games against the Eagles did not go well. 75-13, the combined score of those games. Now, the bright side is Dak Prescott was not in either of those games. Catching the Eagles early, you've got generally a mostly healthy roster right now. Is it good to catch a team like this, arguably the best team in the NFC, the defending champions? Is it good to catch them early, or would you rather have had a few more games under your belt before you got thrown into this fire?
No, listen, we don't get to control those things. The league does a great job of setting the matchups and things like that. Look, here's the deal. The Philadelphia Eagles are a terrific football team. The coaching staff led by Nick Sirianni and Vic Fangio are great. They've got good veteran players. Again, they're a very, very talented football team. And, again, I'm excited to let our guys go out there and play. And I really do believe this. I mean, I think of it this way. I think of it that every game we play, we're guaranteed 17 of these deals. Each one is its own championship opportunity. We don't get too high. We don't get too low. We go into Philadelphia. We come home to play the Giants at noon. Two very different scenarios, right? Prime time against the defending Super Bowl champs, and then coming home to play a noon game. I think the only one we have at home against the Giants. The one's not a greater weight than the other. You go play the game with great juice and energy, and you fly around and you lean on one another, and that's what we believe in. And so, again, the answer to the question is, we'll play anybody, anytime, anywhere. And again, just we got to go out there and take care of business, and that starts with protecting the football and owning the line of scrimmage.
Let's talk about your offense real quick. The term Texas Coast was batted around early. Define what kind of offense we can expect to see and the kind of pre-snap movement that so many of us are eager to see.
Yeah, again, I like shifts and motions. I think it's important. I think, it gives you an advantage over the defense that you can at least make them unsure of what the offense is getting ready to present or to run. Again, I think, you're going to see a team that wants to use their personnel and get guys involved. We've got very good players. We need to move those players around and make it hard for any opponent to, find guys like CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. And, again, you want to see a team that's balanced. Again, I'm not a guy that wants to go out there and run it 65 times. I don't want to throw it 65 times. I want to be balanced. But at the same time, the thing about early season football is there's going to be adjustments, and that's going to be probably the biggest challenge for us as a new staff is how well we adjust to what the Eagles throw at us both on all three phases. And I think, again, I feel great about our staff, and the preseason does allow you to work through some of those issues, which is great. But I'm just really excited to get going, guys, and again, kick off the 2025 season.
Coach, I want to ask you about one of the themes you seem to have in this offseason. It was you kept talking about being more physical and kind of the toughness of this team. And my doubts on this, or my my pessimism on it has been, or my question, I guess, has been, do you have the personnel for that? Like as you've gone through this offseason. And when I think of toughness, especially on the football field, I think or physicality, I think of running the ball, stopping the run. What have you done, from a personnel standpoint, and how do you feel like you guys can be more physical this year with the personnel that you've got?
Well, that's a great question, and I do think personnel plays a big belief into it. Listen, part of our identity, after playing smart is play physical, and then, we talk about, playing with great effort, playing together, but those are words, and our players have to buy into that. But the personnel part of it is real. I would start with a couple things. You look at some of the moves that we made in free agency. You have one of maybe the most physical linebackers in the National Football League in Kenneth Murray. I mean, he is just incredibly physically plays the game the right way. You go out, you get a very physical runner like Javonte Williams. In the draft, you draft Tyler Booker, who's a very physical player. And then, again, you are doing this 365, 24/7. You come in and you just make a trade where you move an elite player like Micah Parsons, but you get in return a very physical player in Kenny Clark, and then you get draft picks and things like that. So I think you can see based on our personnel moves, guys, that belief and that identity that we want to have is being modeled with a lot of the selections that we have. And, again, that doesn't mean that we're just going to go out there and try to run the ball, 2 yards in a cloud of dust, but it means you can play physical in a lot of different ways. And going through the staff hiring process, I'll be honest, a coach that I interviewed actually said this. And he's a coach in the National Football League still. He said teams get judged on how physical they are by looking at their skill players. And that one really hit me because it hit me different. So what's that mean? It means how well our corners tackle and how physical they are, how CD and George block in the run game. Like, the little guys tell you how physical a football team you're going to be, and I really do buy that. So look at the moves we've made, and I think that's kind of where you should start the story.
Let's talk about your defense. Eberflus taking over, bringing over Kenneth Murray, certainly a natural fit there. What can we expect to see on the defensive side of the ball that maybe we hadn't seen in the past?
Well, again, I think you're going to watch us the way we run to the ball. I mean, Flus has his hits principle, and again, the number one thing that you're going to see is a swarm into the football. We talk about a thing called no house guest, which means that everybody that's out there, all 11 guys, have to tackle, whether it's a hamstring tackle, a big bag tackle. There's a thing we call it the cup, where you're forming basically a compression tackle with an outside piece, an inside piece, and a guy running down the well. But at the end of the day, man, these guys, they're going to take the football away. And again, we talk about wanting 3 on defense every week and giving none on offense. That's a huge part of what we believe in. But Matt's just a terrific football coach, and again, the culture that he's building along that side of the ball. I'm really excited to watch these guys go out there and play, and it'll be a great challenge because the Eagles are obviously a very explosive offense. They've got great weapons with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and Saquon, and Jalen's playing with a lot of confidence. So excited to go watch these guys play. And again, the cool thing for me is they're excited to go play, me and our guys.
There we go. That's Coach Brian Sharma. You know what? I got one quick question for you, Coach, because I'm always fascinated by this. Who was the toughest cut for you to make on cut down day? Who was the last guy that you're like, oh, my God, I really don't want to let this guy go?
Man, I tell you what, that's a tough question. I'm going to pivot on you like most great minds do.
Well done.
It wasn't the toughest cut, but the coolest one for me was bringing Perion Winfrey in, thinking he was going to get cut, and then telling him that he made the roster. That was really, really cool. You just, again, you guys know this, but these guys put everything into this game, man, and trying to play this game and win a job. Can you imagine being a member of the 2025 Dallas Cowboys? And so what I do try to do, though, when we cut the players, is I try to have a real conversation with them, tell them how much I appreciate them, tell them what they did well, tell them what I think that they can maybe do better. And I just think that that's so important, that you give them tools, because the dream doesn't end. If you're not a Dallas Cowboy right now, and a lot of our players have done that, you're going to play someplace else. And I think that that's an important part of treating these guys with respect and treating them like the men that they are.
Well,
Coach,
nice pivot, Coach.
May you live in interesting times is what we like to say to folks.
I'm really good at that, guys. Hey, you guys ask whatever you want. I'm really good at pivoting and going where I want with this thing.
Appreciate you,
Coach. We appreciate it, and we'll talk to you again next week. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
There you go. That is
Brian
head coach
Schottenheimer. Dude, I enjoyed that conversation.
Yeah, it was a good time. Good time. Brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, and of course, all our guests appear via the Buyers Barricade guest lines, providing traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. All right, 1 hour to go. We'll break down what we just heard from the coach on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
6 for 6, and the Aggies have the lead.
Your home for Aggies football. KTFM Floresville. It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are one day closer to the NFL season beginning. Certainly going to talk a lot Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles.
And we're going to dissect the Arch Manning flop. Bob Ballou will give us the positives. Danny Cannell will be real.
Can't wait for that. The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. At Robert Half, they found that 67% of companies want to increase contract talent. That's why their recruiters' expertise and award-winning AI work quickly to find the skilled candidates you want. At Robert Half, they know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
When you're hiring,
Have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Lowe's knows that no matter your paint project, saving is at the top of your list. That's why when you shop today, you can buy one, get one free select Valspar and HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams one-coat coverage interior paints via rebate. Shop these deals in-store or online today at Lowe's. We help, you save. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. Offer valid 8/21 through 9/3.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance.
For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080. Or go to SelectQuote.com. 1-800-743-8080. That's 1-800-743-8080.
SelectQuote. We shop. You save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
And Doug. Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Hey, Jen, you ready for a girls' night in?
Absolutely. A little wine, a little JTV.
Yes, I love jewelry television.
I'm obsessed with their Italian gold designs.
Me too. And their colored gemstone jewelry. So many different gemstones. Absolutely gorgeous. I shop on TV and online.
Right now, new customers receive 25% off their first purchase of $50 or more when they visit jtv.com/radio.
More wine?
Yes, and more JTV.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Ever wonder why you have insurance for your car or home, but not your digital life? Meet WebRoot Total Protection, your digital bodyguard that includes antivirus, identity protection, VPN, cloud backup, and more. With plans for individuals and families, WebRoot takes the guessing game out of cybersecurity so you can get back to living your best life online. Go to webroot.com/radio and get 50% off today. That's webroot.com/radio to get 50% off today. Live a better digital life with WebRoot because peace of mind shouldn't be optional.
Mom, it's it's like the 80s in here. It's so hot.
It's totally in the 80s. Our AC is bogus.
Call Right Home Services.
At Right Home Services, we love the 80s, just not on your thermostat. Don't get stuck with a bogus AC. The right AC services, the right team, and the right price. 210-444.
The right stuff.
Now we can chill, Mom.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
And a brand new accident. It's going to be on 37 northbound, the connecting ramp to 35. Left interchange ramp is blocked. 22-minute backup from Fair Avenue. Westbound loop 1604 between Redland and Gold Canyon. That is roadwork blocking the right lane. It's going to stack you up 18 minutes from Green Mountain. Some pretty heavy traffic on 35 heading southbound between Engle and Loop 410. Michael Scott, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
The Dallas Cowboys got some good news ahead of the Thursday opener against the Philadelphia Eagles as cornerback Trayvon Diggs and tackle Tyler Guyton were listed as full participants in the practice. Remember, you can catch the Cowboy game right here on San Antonio Sports Star. The latest AP College Football Top 25 was released after a long weekend, and Ohio State is now number one, taking over after a nice win over the Longhorns, who fell to the 7th spot. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Sports Center update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:04 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. AJ and Rob getting you through on a hump day. Happy hump day, everybody. We've almost made it. Tomorrow is a big day. Huge day. Huge, humongous day. Believe me, the Dallas Cowboys football tomorrow.
Well, it's football season officially. We talked to Coach.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I don't think you got mad at us once.
Not once, but it's early.
Last year, you pissed off Coach McCarthy all the time.
Today was nothing but softball.
God, you were irresponsible last year.
Yeah. But
hey,
today was softball.
You were like, hey, Fatso, you going to win some games? And I was like, whoa. And Rob was like, hey, you don't tell me to back off. He needs to back off.
You're out of order.
No, you're out of order. You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, Coach Shoddy hasn't had a player go above his head yet. He's still new at this.
Yeah.
And had one coach called Jerry first and not him. I did find it interesting that that there's going to be 6 team captains.
That's a lot, but hey,
good or bad, and that is rare. And that's a guy who's listening to his team.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know how many. That kind of cheapens the whole captain.
It kind of
right?
does. 6 captains is a lot. It's not normal by any stretch, but I guess there's a couple special teams captains that are going to be there along the way.
Yeah, I guess. I know. When the Bills did it, they talked about it on Hard Knocks. They took a vote and they said we're gonna have 2 captains.
No, that's pretty normal.
Write down 2 names, offense, defense. I don't care. Just everybody vote for 2 guys, and the guys with the most votes are going to be the captains. It ended up being Josh Allen and Terrell Bernard, which it was last year too. No, that's not unusual. But yeah, to be like, well, there was 6 names that kept popping up, so we went with all 6. All right, I guess.
I mean, he's a man of the people. I appreciate that. We didn't get
good
into
energy,
nuts and
though.
bolts.
I'll give him that, man.
We didn't get into the fact that you didn't play a single starter that we cared about during the preseason. That offensive line has got so many questions, and this offense being predicated on flow and easy movement and putting your line and your quarterback and your receivers in a situation where they're able to perform in space, all these continuity kind of things that really we have not talked about over the last 3 weeks because there's only been one thing to talk about. So we're coming into a game, quite frankly, where we have some idea what this offense might look like from what we've seen vaguely in the past, what we saw during training camp, but I have no idea what this is going to be.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't see Dak do anything in any kind of live fire, even when we were at practice. I mean, we saw some touch drills, but he wasn't, so there are a lot of unanswered questions. And when we talk about guys like Kenneth Murray, the new middle linebacker, we don't even know this dude. He's brand new to the team. He's going to be the physical guy on this defense that now has added another starter. This team is so ill-defined right now that if you're confident, you can find reasons to be excited. But if you're on the other side of things, you can find a lot of reasons to be really, really worried.
Yeah, I think so. And listen, man, of course he's going to be confident. I think everybody, when you're 0-0, everybody's kind of confident. It's how do you look? I mentioned this, and this is just, it's not me. It wasn't me throwing shade. It was just the truth. Those 2 games last year against the Eagles were
embarrassing, debacles.
Assaults. The Cowboys in 2 games. The Cowboys had 9 turnovers.
And it wasn't just interceptions; it was drop balls.
It was a disaster. You get outscored in 2 games, 75-13. You're a long way off from that team. I'm curious to see it. I don't expect that I don't expect the Eagles to win by 30. But
it could. It could.
But if they do, I'm curious how he responds, because it won't be just losing any other game. It will be you lost by 30 in your first game as the head coach, and
to the Philadelphia Eagles, our most despised.
And you didn't need Micah Parsons. So how's that going to look?
It could be cataclysmic.
And how will he change? And he could say all I want. Oh, I'm never going to change. It's almost, to me, being a head coach is like being a president. It's like every president looks like they've aged 30 years over every 4. I mean, it is wild.
I saw a couple of weeks ago, it was the head coach of like Alabama A&M. I don't know who it was. The tweet he tweeted out, this is what it's like being a head coach, and he listed this is what I dealt with yesterday, and he listed a thing of like 25 things, and none of it had to do with football. Like player's mom just got evicted, player's dad is in jail, player needs money to eat, and it was all those little things that position coaches, it ain't their problem. I mean, they're assigned something. Go help him get this. But those are the calls that coaches get. Those are the things that he deals with all day long that age you, that you can coach a football team. I can put together a game plan and I can go call it. It's everything that happened from the end of the last game to the kickoff of the next one that gets in the way. And, so most coaches just get leathery and just they kind of seal up and tighten up and get that. And he's not there yet. I expect him to get there. I think he's going to – this is of great benefit to him personally, because now without Micah, I don't think there's a lot of Cowboys fans that expect much. I think when things go south, and which they very likely are this season, I don't think a lot of it's going to be laid at his feet.
I think you're right in a way. If you're not going to be good, you got to be fun. And last year, they were neither.
Right.
And that was probably the death. And now, last year was also a situation where there was a dead man walking at coach, and we knew that, it never happens in the NFL.
Right.
Never, either you get fired or
if you're a coach on your last contract, you're dying. You're in hospice.
We've never seen it.
Yeah, the last year of your deal, if you're sitting on that, still coaching in the middle of the season, you're in hospice. It's just expecting when you're going to die.
But the Cowboys weren't good and they weren't fun to watch, and that's a problem. Like you need to at least be one of those. And I think Cowboy fan this year would settle for fun to watch, in hopes that the good is coming. But you got to be one of those two things. And I'll say this. The way Shoddy handled his team at training camp, the way he sounds, it sounds like he's prioritizing. He said prioritizing relationships.
he's trying to get on the players' side, like get on the players' good side. He wants to be a guy that players want to play for, and I think that's a real battle.
Well,
and like guys like Belichick, nobody wanted to play for Belichick until they won, and then they're like, okay, this is awesome. At least with a guy like Schottenheimer, people want to play for him, even if if the football's not great. He at least makes you feel like you want to be around.
Well, first, I had a coach I always talked about. First, we get your attitude right, then we'll talk about your altitude. We'll get your attitude right, and we'll see how high you can rise once your attitude's right. And now's the time to shift from attitude to altitude. How far? We've got the attitude right. Let's at least we think we do.
Yeah.
And I appreciated the way he answered your question. Like, you were right, and it sounded like he interviewed on that. Like, this team is soft, and the first thing I'm going to do is bring in coaches and players that get us tougher. And that sounds like one of his early marching orders. And the attitude he might have right, and they might have shed one of the primary attitude issues. We'll see. I don't know. But now we'll see what the altitude is for the Cowboys, and I think that the expectations is it's not going to be that high this year. I don't think.
Well, listen, your week one and in your division is the defending Super Bowl champions. The expectations have to be tempered.
Pressure is a privilege, but this kind of pressure, my gosh. And luckily, the Micah thing held on for so long that we really haven't talked about what's about to happen.
He's kind of been able to fly under the radar in a way that a first-year head coach of the Dallas Cowboys would never be able to fly under the radar.
But one of the things that he could have done, and given the opportunity, was set expectations to a level that might make some sense. I get the sense there's a lot of Cowboy fans that really believe that they can win tomorrow night. That are going to wake up tomorrow and like, we got talent. We got a new wide receiver and offensive line and this and all the refreshed attitude. Oh, I think there's a lot of people in for a rude awakening tomorrow. That it could get ugly.
Well, as I've said, the Cowboys are the biggest underdog on the board week one against the Eagles. There is at 8.5. They are 8.5-point dogs. I think the next closest, if I'm not mistaken, is 6. Nope, 6.5. The Cardinals are 6.5 against the Saints, and the Giants are 6-point dogs to the Commanders. And the Broncos are 8-point favorites against the Titans. So there's a handful of big ones, but the Cowboys are the biggest dog.
We're grouped with the Titans and who?
The Saints. Titans, Saints, and Giants.
Last year when we had the Saints come into town and they blew our doors off. I mean, the Cowboys never recovered. When the Saints kept
I agree.
They blew the doors off the Cowboys in game one. And everybody looked around and went, oh, crap.
Yeah, and I mean, it's crazy in hindsight because the Saints were so bad.
And but
also a lot of it, I think the Saints would have been, if Derek Carr would have been able to be a fully healthy full season of him, I think it would have been different. But yeah, it ended up being just a nightmare start to the season. At least here, and I think that's different because nobody really expected the Cowboys to come in and just get dog walked by the Saints. If the Cowboys get dog walked tomorrow, okay, that's kind of expected. You better show up against the Giants.
That's the thing.
You can get it back. But the start last season was so bad, and everyone can point to the injuries, but they were 2-5 when Dak got hurt.
Yeah, they were terrible to get. I mean, there was a lot of problems, and it wasn't health. I mean, little health.
I guess
things,
they were 3-5.
But the offensive line was terrible, even when they were fully functional. The defense couldn't stop the run to save their freaking lives. It was bad last year, and it wasn't injuries.
Because I forgot, they didn't lose the first game of the season. They won at Cleveland.
I'm talking about that first home game when we walked in thinking, yeah, here we go. And they got smoked and never recovered, man. It was over at the end of that game.
Yeah. It never got right. And, of course, Dak gets hurt in the Atlanta game, and it all crumbled from there. But this is going to be a tough year because you can use injuries as an excuse, almost every other year. It's real hard to do it in back-to-back years.
Right.
And it's like, hey, man, if you thought that maybe you were going to have a quarterback get hurt, you should have built your roster where you can survive it if it happens, because you've got now what is starting to turn into an injury-prone quarterback.
Injury-prone quarterback that has as many weapons as he's ever had.
Yep.
I mean, he's certainly got everything there, so there's a little bit of hope. But I'm looking at this season as the Cowboys haven't hit rock bottom yet. And I think for any reclamation project, you have to finally stop going one direction and go another. And I think that the exit of Micah is beginning to put this program in reverse. But I still think there's some negative things that are going to have to happen for them to truly get down and utilize draft picks and all the things that they use to build their team. I don't think they're down to the bottom yet. So I think things could get ugly.
No, I agree. I mean, like they were 3-3 in their division last year. They split with the Commanders. They won the games they were supposed to win against the Giants. The Giant, that's an example of rock bottom. Last year was rock bottom for the Giants.
Absolutely.
They go 0-6 in division. They win 3 games overall. Sometimes that's what it takes, though.
And I think by merit, by design, or just by how things are shaking out, this could be the Cowboys.
If that happens to the Cowboys, oh man, I don't know if Coach Schottenheimer will last.
Well, that goes into guys that get this kind of job at this point in their career, that it feels like they're the ones that are here to fall on their sword. Like, you finally got the opportunity, but you're going to be the sacrifice, and you're going to have to go through some hell. But once it's all done, we'll take care of you for life. But you're going to be the guy that is replaced when everything finally gets normal.
But also historically, Jerry hires coaches that nobody else is looking at.
True.
With the exception of Bill Parcells, since Jimmy Johnson, it's been man after man, just guys who really they hired that guy.
There will never be another discussion as to who is in charge.
Yeah,
Jerry will never hire anybody else to come in where there's ever any question as to who is making the decision. It will always be Jerry. After Parcells left, he told himself never again.
And the one guy since then who had any kind of skins on the wall was removed enough from it that nobody in the NFL was clamoring for Mike McCarthy.
Not after no.
And Jerry said, okay, well now that nobody's saying how great he is, now I'll take him and see what we can do with it. We'll see what he can do with Brian Schottenheimer. All right, let's take a look at what's going on in the world outside of sports on the other side of this thing. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
Kinetico water softeners have been part of San Antonio for as long as I can remember. I've always had a Kinetico in the home I grew up in, and the very first home I purchased. I had a Kinetico. So quite frankly, I don't speak from knowing anything else other than I know when I'm not underneath a water softened shower from Kinetico. I can tell the difference. See, Kinetico, not only do you feel the difference, you taste the difference. It lasts long. Well, it saves your appliance's life for years on end. And plumbers, they don't come to my house. My pipes are clean. I know, because I've always had a Kinetico. And one of the most interesting things about a Kinetico water softener is while you discuss the best, you think it's going to be full of bells and whistles and all these new modern things. No, it works on kinetic energy, has no computer, no motherboard. You don't even plug the sucker in. It just works when you work. When you turn on the faucet, that's when it goes to work. And to have one is to know that there's really not a lot of worries. I have never, not once, had to use the warranty. That it looks pretty good. I just don't know how good it is because I haven't had to use it. If you've ever thought about a Kinetico, if you're building a new home, if you're moving, if you're renting, now's the time. You can get a Kinetico in for basically nothing. Here's his. 656 Pure. If you'll give them a call right now, for the next 90 days, you'll have a Kinetico in your home. No penny spent as long as you've been plumbed for a water treatment system. At the end of the 90 days, you want it? Hey, great. You're going to get it at a great deal with approved credit, 12 months, no money down, 0% interest. And there's money in your old water softener. Now, here's the kicker. This is why you want to call today. They have a reverse osmosis drinking station that they will put in your home. They've got the decor to match yours. No more water bottles in your life. No more of that. You'll have it ready access at the sink. It's the best thing we got. It is time for you to get a Kinetico. Do it today. Do it now. 656 Pure. All the details you need. KineticoSA.com. Get one today. You're going to be thanking me soon. Come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Police are still trying to clear up this wreck on 37 northbound on that connecting ramp to get on 35. Left side of the ramp is blocked. You're backed up 15 minutes from Fair Avenue. Stop and go traffic on Loop 410 northbound between Lakeside Parkway and Vance Jackson. And still working on a serious side street wreck on Broadway Street at Wetmore. That involves a rolled over vehicle. I'm Michael Scott, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is calling all golfers. The Fall Golf Classic is back. Mark your calendars for Monday, September 29th, and lock in your spot for one of the most fun golf events of the year at the Olympia Hills Golf Club. For just $120 per player, or $400 for a foursome, you'll get 18 holes of fun, friendly competition, and non-stop laps with your crew. But don't wait. Spots will sell out fast. And once they're gone,
they're gone. This isn't your average uptight tournament. It's all about cutting loose,
enjoying the day, and supporting a great cause. The Community Foundation of the Hill Country, presented by the Law Office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and sponsored by Fly by Yingling and PPL Motorhomes. And when the final putt drops, the party's just getting started. Head over to the Break Room Bar on Pat Booker Road for the official after party. Cold drinks, great food, and the perfect finish to a perfect day. Don't get left out. Grab your crew, grab your clubs, and get ready for a Monday you won't forget. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is celebrating 10 years with $10 off your $50 store purchase. Starting Friday, visit the Backstage floor inside your Macy's and get $10 off amazing new finds. Exclusions apply. See store for details. Find a location at macysbackstage.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
Guys, this season it's game on at Synergenics and Low T Center, the MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy. Ready to tackle low energy and achieve your health goals like a pro? We've got the winning game plan with personalized TRT. Book a free consultation and automatically entered for a chance to win autographed sports memorabilia or tickets to a major sporting event. Female patients also eligible. For more information or to book your appointment, go to trtmvp.com. That's trtmvp.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Progressive presents Employee of the Month. Small Business Edition. Today's recipient from Michaela's Mobile Spa, Michaela. Michaela got a quick business insurance quote from Progressive and chose from over 30 customizable coverages. Sure, it helps she's her only employee and does literally everything. But while others would rest on their laurels, Michaela was hard at work saving big. So take that, hypothetical other employee who doesn't exist. Be your own Michaela. See if you could save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Nigel, why are you wearing a backpack?
I'm going back to school.
Folks, when your AC decides to flunk out or your home's plumbing is stuck in detention, you don't have to worry. At Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC, and Heating, our technicians are certified with all the latest technology and can fix any plumbing or AC issue fast and at a fair price because you deserve the A-plus service.
Gotta go, Joel. We're studying paper mache. I might have to pull an all-nighter.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. 210-651-5899. License number TACLA 141-074-EM16004.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Thursday night at 7:20. The Cowboys open the season on the road, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles at Lincoln Financial Field. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
All right, all the roads that led us here are winding, but we are winding all the way to football season. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody.
How much would you pay to go see this show?
The way $20, $35.
Wow, you can go all in.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Wow.
That's right.
Not the answer I expected, I'll be honest with you. I don't know, 10, 15. I
don't know.
Yeah. I'm on front row. I might spring for 30.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Oasis.
Yeah, and maybe they're going to be the one that saves me. I don't know.
Maybe, but you'll never know with $25.
No. All right. Let me ask you I like to use this segment to talk about what's going on in the world outside of sports. This is I'm going to pull back the curtain and get you into the mind of AJ Hoffman.
Oh no.
The things I think about it.
It's a scary place.
It really is.
Dark in here.
It is
quiet.
This one actually is dark.
Quiet.
This one is dark.
Okay.
So we'll turn the lights down here and let's talk about this. I have a question, a hypothetical question, because there's a hypothetical was asked to Travis Kelce, and this was 9 years ago.
All right.
He was doing an interview with AfterBuzz TV. He played a game of Kiss, Marry, Kill.
All right.
And the options were Ariana Grande, Katy Perry, and Taylor Swift.
You see, kids, your digital footprint lives forever.
That's right.
So I hope he said Miss Taylor instead of Katy Perry.
Well, he said, that's messed up. I don't want to kill any of them. But I guess I'll kill Ariana, unfortunately. Love you, but you're gone. And then he said, Taylor to kiss. And who was the last one? Katy Perry. Katy Perry would be to marry.
But Taylor to kiss.
Taylor to kiss, yeah.
See, that kind of stuff comes back to haunt you, kids.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So there's going to be an argument sometime in the next decade.
Now, someone said he's been in love with her for so long, he was manifesting it. He knew he wanted to kiss Taylor for sure, but didn't even remember the third option.
Well, he wanted to do something with Taylor. I don't know.
Okay. Okay. Well, it brought me to a hypothetical.
Uh-huh.
Now, I would never wish this to happen. But let's say in a world where Travis, we like to, I think most of us would assume that Travis Kelce is playing his final year of National Football League football. Most people think that.
Yeah.
If Taylor lets him have his balls.
If in a horrific football-related incident, Travis Kelce were to become paralyzed from the neck down,
would she stick by him?
would she still marry him?
I think she would probably at least write a song about it.
But would she marry him? Or would it be too much of a burden on her and her career?
They all have
I believe in true love. So I think
But I'm
she
talking
would
like
divorce him and
She's
take
not
half
alone,
his
though.
stuff.
That's the thing.
I'm talking like Dennis Bird, like he can't, like he's in a chair that he has to like use a straw to drive, like he has to drive with his mouth. I mean, he's that for the rest of his life. That's what he's gonna be. Would she still marry him?
That sounds like something that should be in the vows.
I want to know. These are the questions I ask myself, and I don't know the answer to.
Should he have to drive with a straw?
How do we know it's not in the prenup?
Let me tell you.
They think of everything.
The thickness of that prenup.
Oh, my gosh.
It's going to look like a playbook. Like those old super wide notebooks.
Oh, like with a big binder.
Let me tell you, when that bus that's full of her attorneys roll in for the prenup meeting.
I guarantee you.
God.
I guarantee you, whatever the prenup, the size of the prenup, it's bigger than any book Travis has ever read.
Oh, easily. And there won't be any
100%.
pictures. No pictures.
Ray says, "Come on, this is a ridiculous question." Then what's the answer, Ray? What's the answer? If it's so ridiculous, then what's the answer?
Yes or no, right?
Right. Because Vic, like,
she'd have him killed.
You love your wife. You love your wife, but if she became a vegetable, and she could no longer make love to you, she could no longer do any cooking or cleaning or working.
Right.
I
do all the cooking and cleaning anyway.
That's true.
So I'll only be losing out on one thing, really.
That's right. I mean, you're right. You're
So
right.
I do everything else in there.
But I mean, you'd have to have a consideration. You say, "Oh,
I get it.
What do I do?"
Nah, I would totally stick with her. There's
You would secretly you wouldn't pull the plug, but you'd step on the cord.
No.
I know you, Vic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know what you'd do.
No, I'd visit her and then go see my
your Sancha.
Yeah.
I would like to think she'd want me to do that.
Yeah. And she would tell you,
I'm
"Hey,
not wasting all these pills."
Yeah, she'd say, "Listen, Vic,
they paid good money for those."
But what if she said, I want you to make love to other people,
but think of me.
But they have to be uglier than me."
Well, you're in a
That's
coma. You don't know.
Okay.
Not the first time I used a paper bag. I've been through a lot.
Just turn the lights out.
Oh,
yeah.
What if she said the only one you can hook up with is that girl that I showed you that said, "I want a Mexican who's 5'10" and rich."
Yeah.
That's the only
That's
option
the only
you have.
one?
Yes. You can make love to her all you want, but only her.
I'd have to do it. I think
Man has needs.
No, not Gorlock the Destroyer.
Yeah,
Not
that's
that
what I'm
one.
talking about.
Okay, no, not that one. No,
boo.
maybe the other one. The one that said that had a T-shirt of a torta.
Oh,
yeah.
So you're telling me my options are celibacy or Gorlock the Destroyer?
That's right.
That's
right.
Gorlock the Destroyer.
That's awful.
Where you get death by bunga bunga.
Yeah.
See, here's what I notice. You know who? Even when Ray said, "Come on, this is a ridiculous question," he didn't answer it. He didn't answer it because the truth is, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if she would or not. I don't know where she'd be.
Burned alive or dunked in acid. Celibacy or Gorlock the Destroyer. Gorlock the Destroyer.
Nothing has made me happier since moving from Nevada than reading stories like this.
Okay.
Do you know what's happening right now in Arizona?
It's hot.
Do you know how hot?
Dry
heat. 113,
113, 115.
15, 16.
What if I told you?
Cans are melting. The trash cans.
What if I told you that it's so hot that rattlesnakes are dying of heat poisoning?
Like just being cooked on the street?
What?
Rattlesnakes' internal temperatures are getting so high that they are dying in Arizona.
What's the average temperature there?
So it says here, well, I mean, it's well into the 110s.
Oh, my God.
So this guy he's been tracking diamondback rattlesnakes in the desert for 25 years.
Sounds like an interesting character, but
surgically implanted transmitters inside the snakes can track their location and also their internal temperature. And he said the highest recorded in a living snake had been 97 degrees. 97 degrees.
That's not that hot.
No, I mean
I run at 100 sometimes.
Now, last summer was the hottest in the state's history. The average temperatures in Phoenix were 98.9,
That's
which
the
made it
inside of a snake.
No, I'm talking about the average daily temperature in Phoenix, Arizona. And it was the Earth's hottest year recorded. Now, these snakes in Arizona have gone over 100 degrees internal temperature while they're underground. So they're burrowing underground to hide from the heat.
And they still can't.
They're still dying from overheating. Cactus are dying in the desert because it's so hot.
Yeah, but have you played golf?
Yeah, I mean,
have you seen the golf courses?
Oh man, yeah. The maximum. So apparently, the thermal maximum for snakes is around 104 degrees Fahrenheit, and they have gone well over that. And the heat is now killing snakes, pushing snakes to cooler climates.
That means they're headed our direction.
Probably so. Probably snow. Yeah.
Too humid here. Too humid here.
Come on.
Yeah. Welcome to the.
Welcome to the jungle.
I know. I hope they all die on their way here. Like they get halfway through Texas, like West Texas, and they're like,
right,
we give up.
Right there about Pecos, Abilene.
Or they say we're going the wrong way, and then turn up and head to Oklahoma,
where they belong.
Yeah.
Nah, go to Dallas.
I wish. Oh, that'd be okay too. I wish all snakes would live in Oklahoma. Just
right?
Yeah,
that's a
there.
country song.
Get out of here. Go to Oklahoma. And finally, a man was banned from a casino. He's a barber. Okay. He was not very good at betting, apparently.
So why did they ban him?
Because he was also throwing around chairs every time he would lose a bet.
He's a bad loser.
Yeah, he's a sore loser.
Oh, man.
So he's now been banned. They had announced it, and he's in Liverpool. He placed a series of 10-pound bets. Now, I think it sounds like what, like $20
at most? Yeah.
Okay, but apparently he kept losing, and at some point, they said, "Okay, are you okay? Like, we don't want you to get too mad if you keep losing these $10 bets." He's like, "I'm fine." But then he kept losing, and he finally punched a gambling machine out of anger before threatening to smash up the premises and burn it down. He ripped up carpet, threw a chair at a gaming machine before he was escorted from the premises for losing multiple 10-pound bets in a row. He says he's sorry for what he's done and was clearly affected by alcohol at the time.
I would think that plays into it.
That's most everybody at the casino who gets angry enough to rip up the carpet and throw chairs will always try to blame alcohol. All right.
Blimey!
Let's wrap up the show the way we always do after this. We'll take a look at the daily lines, the last daily lines before football season. How about that? It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
I hope you woke up this morning feeling good about yourself, looked in the mirror and said, "This is the version of me I am most proud of." If you did that, congratulations. If you're like a lot of us, you woke up this morning exhausted, a little bit of brain fog, didn't get all the sleep you needed, and all you can think about is your first shot of caffeine and a little bit of sugar to get your day going. Then you go to put on your clothes, and you look on, that belt loop's getting a little bit tight. I better loosen the belt just a little bit, and man, I'm already tired, and let's start the day. You start chasing the caffeine, you start chasing the sugar, and before you know it, the day is done. You've eaten poorly, you feel like crap, and you haven't done anything to get yourself healthy. You add that into years and years, and before you know it, you're behind the 8 ball, you're way too much, and the doctors are telling you your blood pressure is too high, and you're pre-diabetic. That happens to a lot of us. That happened to me. I met Dr. Jacob Torres about 9 years ago, walked in feeling that same way as I just described. He looked at me and said, "You can live a healthier life, and it won't be that hard. Start thinking about your diet. Start thinking about how you eat, what you eat. I'll put together a program you can live with, and before you know it, you're going to feel good." That's what he told me. He was right. It happened sooner than I thought. And it's kind of a self-fulfilling thing. You feel good, you act good, and you start doing good things. And before you know it, you start losing weight. That's me. 9 years later, down nearly 70 pounds. It has nothing to do with shots or glutides or anything like that. I learned to lose weight and keep myself healthy. It's the best decision I ever made. I want that for you. But it's time for you to lose weight. If you're sick and tired of being sick and tired and you want to go about things the old-fashioned way that'll work, I want you to call Dr. Torres in the Institute for Functional Health. The number is 210-468-1891. His website is iffhealth.com. Go there. It is of great benefit. If it's time, you know it is. Call Dr. Torres today. Head over to the Institute for Functional Health. They will change your life. And when they do, come on by, and you can thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
George gets justice. You've heard the national lawyer ads. Same story, different name. But when you've been through something traumatic in San Antonio, you need a local team who fights for real results. That's why so many get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George is from here, listens to people, and fights to help them get their maximum compensation. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time, like car wash. Right now, you can save 20% on the Armor All Complete Car Wash Kit. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with AutoPay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at tmobile.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
In March 2017, police in Ketchikan, Alaska, got a worried call.
And I haven't heard from them, so I'm getting worried.
It was about a beloved surgeon, one of just 2 in town, named Eric Garcia. When police officers arrived to check on the doctor, they found him dead on a couch.
Is it a suicide? Is it a murder? What is it?
From ABC Audio and 2020, Cold-Blooded Mystery in Alaska is out now. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
Now, this isn't quite Herschel Walker type, but the Packers apparently offering a lot. Their GM, Gutekunst.
What's his name?
Well, you tell me.
Goop-de-doop-de-doop.
What was that?
I have no idea.
It's like
Gazoonheit.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. AJ and Rob, the Cowboys from hell.
So I've been told. With every passing second, we are this much closer to kickoff.
Oh, yes.
Feeling it, baby. And yes, on Sunday,
Feel it
if
in my
you're
plumes.
away from your viewing screens, we will have football all day long right here on San Antonio.
Love that for us. Love that for us. All right. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's wrap up the show. The last day of the Daily Lines without NFL football. Oh my God. Oh.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the Daily Lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered,
Did you find me a woo yet?
No, I didn't find a good one.
Oh, come on, Bubba.
Yeah,
Come on.
I'll look for one today.
All right, Major League Baseball. The Miami Marlins are in Washington taking on the Nationals. Yuri Perez for the Fish. Mitch Parker for the Nationals, trying to keep his ERA below 6.
And he's their best pitcher with 7 wins. He's 7-15, so they got their ace on the mound.
Yeah, Marlins minus 135 favorites. The Mets are in Detroit taking on the Tigers. Clay Holmes and Casey Mize, your starters there. Mets minus 120. The Mets stayed hot last night. No, Nate McClain, his fourth straight win. The first pitcher in Mets history to win his first 4 starts, which surprised me because, there was somebody a couple weeks ago who said they put up Paul Skeen's numbers through his first year and a half, and they were like, we've never seen anything like this through his first 20 starts or whatever. And I was like, you may want to read up about a fella named Dwight Gooden.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Good sports player, good ball thrower.
Seaver before that, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't even remember that, but I remember Dwight Gooden just being, untouchable. But people are like, oh, no one's ever been this great to start their career. I'm like, hold up, Bubba. It happens. It happens. And
how far away are you? You in good shape? You feeling better about the Mets?
I think I'm still 4 games out. I don't feel good about it. I'm in my mind, I'm trying to write it off and pretend like that's not a real dollar amount that's attached to them. But, we'll see how it goes.
Still time, man.
But I'll tell you, every night I cheer for the New York Mets.
That's hard to do.
By the way, this is the last season I'm ever cheering for the Mets. I can tell you that much now. I'll never make this mistake again. Rangers are in Arizona. Leiter and Gallen, your starters there. The Diamondbacks minus 130 favorites. Padres minus 170 with Nestor Cortez on the hill. They are hosting Cade Povich and the Orioles. The Dodgers are in Pittsburgh. Shohei Ohtani, who got to the 100 home run mark last night as a hitter. He will be pitching tonight for the Dodgers. The third fastest player, third fewest amount of games to 100 home runs.
Nuts.
Only behind a fella named Babe Ruth and a fella named Mark McGwire.
Keep in mind, he's doing that with one elbow.
That's right. The Pirates are going to go with Brendan Ashcraft, who's actually pretty solid for them. The Dodgers minus 180 favorites, though. Shane Bieber and the Blue Jays are in Cincinnati, taking on Zach Littell and the Reds. Blue Jays minus 160. The Guards head to Boston. Cantillo and Bernardino, your starters there. The Red Sox minus 150 favorites. Seattle is at Tampa. George Kirby and Andrew Hauser. Good pitching matchup there. Total's 8.5, but the Mariners minus 140 favorites. The White Sox are in Minnesota. Gomez and good old Zebby Matthews. Zebby Matthews going for the Twins. Twins minus 180. Braves at the Cubbies. Elder and Horton, your starting pitchers. The Cubs minus 155. The Phillies go with good old Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola, 6.47 ERA. Boy, he's fallen on hard times. I hope he falls on more hard times today for my Mets ticket, as the Brewers go with Jose Quintana. Brewers minus 115 favorites. The Angels are in Kansas City. Dana and Bergert, your pitchers. Bergert and the Royals minus 175. Jeffrey Springs goes for the A's. Matt Liberatore goes for the Cardinals. That's a straight-up pick-em game. Who would have thought that? The A's and the Cardinals just pick them all the time. Like
when you're living in the cellar.
Things are rough for the old St. Louis Cardinals. Will Warren goes for the Yankees in Houston.
Big game.
Oh, Costanza going for the Astros. Jason Alexander.
We talked about this earlier with Framber possibly leaving. Is Alexander in a minute to be their number one?
No, Hunter Brown is their number one. But
I mean, look at Alexander. Look at what he has done this year. I'm telling you, this guy, there's future here.
Maybe so. He's been solid, right? I mean, they were talking about when Luis Garcia came back, he was going to be bumped out of the rotation. He hasn't been, so he's still hanging in there.
I'm a fan of Alexander.
The Yankees are minus 130 favorites in Houston tonight. And finally, Robbie Ray and the Giants minus 211 in Colorado, taking on German Marquez. He of the 6.14 ERA in the Colorado Rockies. That's a good Colorado ERA, though, 6.14. That's actually there's way worse than that. Lady basketball tonight, you've got the Sparks at the Dream. Atlanta, a 7-point favorite, and Connecticut's in Chicago taking on the Sky. The Sky are 2-point favorites. Djokovic on to the semifinals. He and Alcaraz won yesterday at the U.S. Open. Djokovic with an upset win. Maybe he was doing a little dancing. He's feeling himself right now.
Nothing better than an old guy feeling young.
I like it. I'm cheering for Djokovic. I kind of dig him. So. And I want to see greatness. I want you to admit that you would have had him sign your Babe Ruth.
I'm not sure he's one of the GOATs for me.
We'll see. We will see. Friends, that does it for us. Tomorrow we'll talk about the Cowboys and the Eagles ad nauseum.
And truly look at this game and try to figure out how the hell can the Cowboys beat the Eagles? Is there a method to the madness?
Be a way.
Are they going to wing it downfield? We're going to see some deep balls, or are we going to see some power running?
Will we see Tanya Harding with a stick?
We can only hope. Can only hope.
Saquon Barkley, Nancy Kerrigan.
Take his ass out.
Yeah. How about now? Let's see you win a gold medal now, bitch.
Go get galoolied.
That's right. Blitz comes up at 2. They're going to do a program from 2 to 6. I hope you enjoy it.
Coach Schottenheimer.
No, they won't, because we did. I bet they'll play our interview because we're awesome. We'll be back tomorrow, same bat time. Until then, enjoy your day, San Antonio.
KTFM Floresville, your home for